everyone.
I'm not allowed to say femboy hooters anymore.
Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 40 of the Archives of Eternity. Let's get right into intros. As CO3R1C, we have Unspoken Cookie.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
As Connie Romave, we have Azul, the glorious god of balance.
What's up, fuckers?
As the Grim, we have Lemmy Lemonhead, the lime green lemon man.
Poontoon, Adoration Poontoons.
Okay. As Khan Incubo, we have my brother, Professor Zool, who has a professorate in professoring.
It's definitely a
Professor
real thing.
Professor Zool?
Whoa,
It's
What do you-
totally a real thing. Don't look it up.
don't look it up, because I'm so right about it.
As Leopold Marcus Arcadian, we have the Ivanator.
Here to kick gum and chew ass, and I'm all out of ass.
And as Advin Kari, we have Tamoz Alpha.
Greetings, everyone. I can't wait for another wonderful drug-free hallucination.
Woohoo! As far as announcements go, we always want to start off our announcements by giving a big huge shout out to Alexander Nakarada, vindsvept, Tabletop Audio, and Breaking Copyright Royalty-Free Music for being artists and compiling artists who put their works into Creative Commons so that broke boys like us might be able to have a higher, let's just say, quality to our D&D campaigns. If you haven't seen it yet, please go think about watching last week's episode 39, Ensnared, up on YouTube if you guys want to go check it out and see the strange happenings of the Nightmen as they journeyed to the city of Sultras. Also, episode 1 of chapter 2 of Aeidros Expanded is up on YouTube. I haven't posted it on Instagram yet because I've been a lazy goat, but it's up on YouTube and you guys can go check that out right now. That's right, right now, if you want. It is about
Interesting.
Marvin Fogtoe, or Mystical Marvin as he is known within the campaign. He chronicles a few of his adventures throughout his lifetime. And join us for the next episode of Chapter 2 of Aeidros Expanded, when we chronicle a little bit further into the life of Burke Greystaff.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know when it's going to be posted, but it's going to be posted at some point. Just like, episode 1 was. Posted at some point.
At some point.
So yeah, go check it out and tell me what you think. Also, as usual, please think about following us, because once we reach 40 followers, which we are very close to here on Twitch, we will put out a poll where you guys can vote on certain designs and stuff for a little bit of fun merchandise we will be putting out once we reach 50 followers. So please think about following us and also supporting us financially by, saying hello and, right below the stream and in the description of the majority of our YouTube videos, we have a little donation center that you can just think about donating some money to and whatnot, and just, think about giving us a little something. All of it goes right back into the channel so that we might get better equipment for our people. I recently acquired a new microphone for Leopold, so, tell me
Which
if it's
I'm going to need a computer to use.
actually, I thought it came with an adapter for a Type-C charger, so it should work with your phone.
It does, but no. It doesn't work with my phone.
How dare it. We'll have to
It's
get him a
okay.
computer.
I already plan on getting one, so.
So, think about donating to us so that we can get him a computer.
I said I was gonna get one.
But please think about donating to us so that we can get people better equipment so that we can bring you a higher quality of entertainment.
And so I can afford a new i7 processor.
I guess.
It's unrelated, but I don't know.
With that, I think that concludes announcements. So we can jump right into this episode of The Archives of Eternity.
Yeah, wah.
So what page were we on of the book you closed prematurely?
Where we left off, the Nightmen, having left the small town of Darringtown, having defeated Karash al-Kur, the Umbral Scourge, left the town of Darringtown and made their way for about a week and a half to the city of Sultras. Reaching a distant small outpost area where they set up camp for the night before, they discussed how they should enter Sultras. Khan, being the only one who actually knew anything about the city, told them that it was probably best for them to leave the vehicle outside the city walls. But before they entered the city, Khan Inkubo had disappeared. As our heroes had journeyed to the front of the city, they were confronted by guards who told them to pay a toll to get into the city, 100 gold per person. Not wanting to pay this, Grim and Cleric decided to intimidate one of the gate guards, who did not take too kindly to that, and whilst shaking in his boots, said in thieves' cant to the guards on the wall to open the gate, but be prepared to arrest anyone who walked through. With a small altercation happening outside the city, the Nightmen were a few of the Nightmen were almost taken into custody, only narrowly escaping said custody by the skin of their teeth, thanks to the helpful negotiation of Leopold Marcus Arcadian, and the quick diffusion of Cleric.
Yeah.
Having this agreement set upon and paying the toll along with quite a bit of extra cash, the Nightmen were allowed into the city. Connie Remave had his drone follow the captain of the guard, who had been acting rather strange towards Grim, saying that the king would have loved to have talked to him. Following him all the way to the castle, it was unusual, because his drone, or bird, as it was disguised as, could not enter the castle, where the captain of the guard had disappeared into. As the Nightmen traveled across the thunder and lightning covered sky of the city of Sultras towards a close by general store, they journeyed to the general store of I forgot what I called it.
Wasn't it like a cooking store?
That's right. It was a cook's store. So it
Or
had
like
a lot
a
of
restaurant?
No, it wasn't a restaurant. It was just a general
I think
store.
it was like
Well-
the cook's cupboard or something.
Well, I mean, he
yeah,
said
something
it
like
was a restaurant, but they
Cabinet.
couldn't
Uh-huh.
get any money from it because of all the fancy restaurants.
that. Yeah, all the fancy restaurants opening up and stuff, because they didn't want to use his ingredients and whatnot. They did talk to the store clerk, Leopold Marcus Arcadian, talking to him and telling him of the destruction that has been going on in the country of Riesglad, making him rethink his entire life and up and leave the store. He took about a year's worth of rations with him and bolted out of the city. But not before telling you a little bit of the tale of the city of Sultros and how it was once taken over by a pirate king, and then, after he was killed, taken over by a less iron-fisted ruler. And then after that one was killed, it was taken over by the current king.
Who I'm assuming rules with a much tighter iron fist.
Yes, than either of the previous two.
Damn, that shit's like titanium.
The Nightmen decided to
Adamantium.
scour and rummage through the now abandoned general store and discovered a cupboard with a wand that allowed Cleric to gain a secondary appendage, him having ripped off his own arm a few weeks back. After a brief conversation, he spoke about how he was a piece of the world tree, and Connie looked on his drone, or, well, something akin to it, and brought up a recording of roots mending together a broken world as the world tree stood, mighty and strong. But before any of that, Con Incubo, as your party was getting ready to enter the city, you felt a hand on your shoulder, and you suddenly couldn't see yourself. As you were slowly being pulled backward. And you hear words in your head. You don't have to worry. It's just Cetus. I just need to talk to you. Con, what do you do?
I'd like to make sure that it is indeed actually Cetus.
You are both invisible. How would you like to do that?
I've lifted this guy up before.
I believe you've lifted Cetus before, yeah.
Yeah, we went flying around the castle.
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah.
You could also give him good
I
sniff
will
sniff.
take hold of the individual who has grabbed me and fly into the air with him.
Okay. Good to see you too, Con.
Is his weight approximately what I remember Cetus's weight being?
I'd say you won't even need to roll. Yeah, it's approximately around the same. A little bit heavier, but yeah.
You put on a few extra pounds, Cetus.
Yeah, don't tell anyone, please, okay?
They opened a muffin
Don't
man
worry,
in our
my
district.
friend.
I can't.
Alright, well, put me
What
down
do
real
you need?
quick. Let's go back to the ground.
Oh, okay. I will land.
Look, we'll walk after the group is at the gate, but look, Leandros sent me here because we've been hearing rumors about a Demon Lord artifact here. Apparently, it is a gauntlet of some goblin king, long dead, obviously, but it's weird. There's been rumors up in the north of his old goblin horde making movements towards a very rural town.
Oh my god, the goblins. They're
Now,
rebelling.
I don't want to really, worry you guys or anything, but this item is very strong.
Question, DM.
Yes.
Didn't I already know?
Advin knew about it. Advin was told by the archivist. But I don't remember if he told anyone or not.
He
I
did
thought
not.
The group had found out about the artifact, and that's why we were heading this way.
No, you were heading this way because you have to go through Sultros to reach the port town.
Yes, but part of the reason I knew that we were I convinced the rest of the group to head this way is because I thought I knew about an object, not necessarily what it was, but an object that the Demon Lord would be interested in.
Oh, no, I think you're right. Yeah, no, I think you did.
Yeah.
Regardless, this is just clarification as to what the object is.
Yes.
Clarification.
So it's a gauntlet.
Yeah.
You say.
As far as Leandros and I know, it is most likely within the clutches of the ruler here. I have to go back
Damn
to
it, I'm
Leodos.
gonna have to talk to that king anyway.
I have to go back to Leodos, and I don't have a lot of people that I can trust over here. That Connie guy kind of off-puts me a little. And Grimm seems to be very distracted. And Leopold, I don't even know what happened to him.
And Leopold, I can't read that guy.
On top of that, he needs to give us back that holy artifact that he has on his left hand. But we can talk about that later. For now, you can tell your group what you want. I'll leave that to you. But I have to go. And it looks like they're in trouble, so you might want to follow them with light feet.
I literally can't leave these guys for 5
You just
minutes.
hear, while Grimm's still on the hold, you just hear, you don't hear it. Well, I suppose you can't hear him talk, but you can kind of make out the words of, capitalist son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Capitalist scum changing my socialist society.
So as you watch the altercation take hold, and
The ensnarement.
Yes, the ensnarement. Them pay
I
off
ensnare-
the guard captain. Also, did
The
anyone else
ensnaring.
find it? Did any of you find it unusual that there is no rain, but there is thunder and lightning?
Yes, I actually wanted to point that out earlier.
Wait, what? Be aware, I wasn't here. That was a thing?
Yes.
That was a thing? I wasn't paying attention.
Yes.
I wasn't
I just
here
assumed the
last
storm was
episode.
approaching.
No.
You're still a little out of it, Advin. So I kind of assumed you were just kind of depressed. Through
No, I
this.
was
Now
Yes.
that you mention
Character.
it, yeah,
I
it
was
is a
being
little
out of
suspicious.
character.
Why would it just be thunder and lightning?
Yeah.
DM, also,
rain.
there was a
Yes,
check that I made.
Oh
That-
yeah.
It was about their guns. I wanted
That's
to look at their
right.
guns.
Oh shoot! What did I have you make for that?
It was an intelligence check, I'm pretty sure.
I remember you passed it, but I didn't tell you about it.
Yeah, so I mean, I just wanted to inspect what their guns were. You said they had like electricity. They like had some sort of like yellow electricity running through them. So I wanted to kind of further
and on
look at
top
it
of
while
that,
I was.
after hitting that switch, these strange crystalline objects started growing out the sides of the weapon.
And considering I was captured by one, I'm assuming he probably had one. So I wanted to see
Yes,
if I could
he
get
did.
a kind of closer look at it.
You
Whilst I
don't
was crafting
know
health.
you don't know what the element was, but you do understand that it has a very natural element along with a combination of minor magics.
Okay.
But it is a
I think I know what-
naturally occurring element.
Interesting. All right.
I think I have an idea as to what it might be.
Hmm.
Not that I would know any of this.
Alright. Anyways, Khan, would you have followed the group after the altercation to the general store?
Yeah, I'd follow them. I'd let them finish their conversation with the wooden arm. And then I'd enter and be like, I literally can't leave you guys alone for 5 minutes.
Not my fault.
To be fair,
It
it wasn't
totally
my
is
idea.
your fault.
No, it isn't.
Your
It wasn't
shit.
my idea.
They started shit. We could have
Oh,
just gone by without.
Right, we had to distribute these. And I hand out everyone 2 normal healing potions each. Because I realized we didn't distribute them earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I go around and hand them each to that.
No, I thought we did.
We didn't, not, at least not the normal ones.
Yeah.
We distributed
Oh.
the other ones, but we never got to those ones. So each of you at least have 2 normal healing potions. Or whatever the DM calls them. I don't remember.
Potions of health.
That's not different enough. I'm
Legally
gonna call them healing
distinct.
potions.
Fair.
The other ones are interesting, but I'm not
Well,
gonna
yeah,
lie,
potion
that
of
was fun.
fierce health.
Yeah,
Potion
those
of
ones are-
exalted
those ones are
health,
pretty
and
cool,
elixir
but-
of health.
The other ones aren't as much, but yeah.
Copyright.
Copyright that. Trademark.
Copyright claims.
So, DM, I have a question.
Yes, admin.
What's the progress on his glasses?
Let's see. You would have had about a week and a half of downtime.
About a week ago.
Make 3 Arcana checks for me, please.
Okay, first Arcana rolls 16 plus 13, 29.
Jesus.
Very nice.
He is great and holy. Alright, next one is going to be a total of 16, 3 plus 13.
Okay.
And then the last one is going to be 22.
Okay. The first glasses are a tentative success. They do seem rather fragile and like they probably only have a few charges.
How many charges? Like 2 or 3?
2.
Oh yeah, I gave you my fucking
Two.
that
Alright.
one glass of shatter.
Is Bro an oculator who's about to shoot down some librarians?
What?
Damn it, none of you get that reference. Oh well.
An oculator. Feel like I've heard the term librarian before. Well, obviously I've heard the term librarian before, but
It's from a book series called Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarians. It was a Brandon Sanderson book.
Alcatraz?
It was a
Yes, Alcatraz. He's named after a prison. The prison's actually named after him, but regardless.
Anyways.
No, it's named after Hector Alcatraz.
Moving on, to, not talking about Cosmere books, non-Cosmere books over here. Move on to
Non-Cosmonian.
talking to.
Yeah,
So I got 2 glasses. I got a glasses of identification, 2 charges. And that was the first roll.
Yeah, that was the no, that's after the 3 rolls.
It's after the 3 rolls.
Yes.
Okay.
That was after you crafting and whatnot.
Alright, so this is just one pair that I was working
Yes.
on. Alright.
It takes a while to get it, and on top of that,
I get it.
it's the 2 charges throughout the enchantment's lifetime.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. So I can only use it twice. It doesn't recharge.
Yep.
I kind of figured before the glass breaks or turns to dust. I would hope it turns to dust.
It will
It bites the dust.
it will break, yes.
I just hope the glass don't break in my eyes.
Alright.
Oh, but you will get pink eye.
But
Don't
Connie,
remind me.
you still have I'll say you still have the recording of the world tree growing playing on loop.
I close it.
Okay.
I close it pretty much almost as soon as
To
it
state
shows
my
up.
case,
I
I
close
didn't
it
start
immediately.
the fight, but I was damn well intent to finish it.
Okay. Alright. You guys are here in the back of the shop.
Can I roll an investigation check to see what else is in here?
Well, you've basically looted the whole shop
Oh.
of anything worth value, anyways.
Oh, okay. Also, now that you mention it, can I, like, use an Arcana check to check out the thunderstorm?
Absolutely. I'd say it's more of a nature check, but yeah, I'll let you Arcana.
Well, no storm like this is naturally occurring. Well, I mean, not one that goes on this long.
What are we on, Jupiter?
Well, I mean, I suppose if you were on Jupiter, yes. Hold on, let me... Yabba-dabba-doo. 13 plus 7.
Okay, that's a dirty
Dirty 20?
It's definitely not naturally occurring, and you can't. Every time you feel, or every time you hear the thunder roll and you see the flash of yellow lightning, you understand that this is very much a magical thunderstorm, which is why there is no rain here. Though you don't know what's causing it.
Yep. Wait a minute, with that Arcana check, would I know where yellow lightning, originates from? Because I know normal lightning's, like, purple.
I'll say no. Not right now. You're still a bit flustered after the ensnarement.
Just spouting socialist propaganda.
Communist.
All right, guys. What else do you do?
The right.
DM, I had a quick question on the storm. Does it feel reminiscent of home?
It does somewhat. The clouds being constant and overhead remind you of your home, but it's unusual. This has a different feeling to it because it's not from the king as or the person you would know who rules Desh.
Okay. But it feels like it's the same concept.
Is
Yes.
his name Deshmond? Deshmond, ruler of Desh?
Deshman Doss.
No, no.
All right. What are you guys thinking?
Well,
Con, where have you been? We were looking
Well.
everywhere for you.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. So,
so
I mean, we've stocked up on a bit more supplies. What else do we?
well, it's like you
to
said.
do.
We have to wait a day for. We have to wait a
Right.
day for your car to get around the entire port.
It was.
Mhm.
Was it 2? I thought
No,
I said 2.
I
was a
think
day.
you said
It was
a
a day.
day.
Oh,
It was
I
a
thought
day.
I said 2.
One.
Anyways.
I mean, it could be 2, but I'm gonna fight you tooth and nail on it.
Okay.
It's a
Even
big
if I'm
city
wrong,
with
I'm
a
No,
right.
the car is fast. Okay, it was 1.
It is a very big city. With a
Big city.
It's a big car.
with a
Yeah.
large castle in the center of it.
My car's got 6 wheels. It's like 6 times faster. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Dracula.
It's only as his power as its engine, but okay.
You don't know that.
I don't. Thank you.
You didn't build
I don't
it.
understand.
Do you have it? Do you have a degree in magical science? No, didn't think so. So shut it.
I'm pretty well versed in magic.
Did you get a licensed degree from Vermtech?
Shut. Not Verminator.
Anyways,
Get
as
her!
you guys are, yeah. What do you guys want to do after having
Well, I
looted
mean,
this
we
place
kinda-
pretty much of anything useful?
Well, we need to find a
Advents.
place to stay for the day.
Right.
I mean, you could stay in there for the day if you want.
I mean, yeah, we technically own this
Yeah,
now.
I
We
mean-
kicked them out.
Yeah, he's.
He just said,
Well
"Don't let the
done.
scavengers get to it."
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Kind of do him
I
a
suppose
favor
we
by
have
also
to
just
stay in
bunking
here.
in here.
well, I call whatever bed.
Oh, okay.
I will say this is a
Upper
single
rafters.
story warehouse style general store. There aren't any
All right.
beds.
I'm gonna
Well, I
look
mean,
around
you gotta
for
have
any
like a
kind of
house
cloth.
around here.
Well, yeah, he has a house around here, but you don't know where it is.
I'm gonna look around for any kind of like sheet or various types of cloth that I can maybe fashion together and do a couple of hammocks.
Yeah, he has bed rolls. He has various bedding as well. He has
We
pillows.
find like a cot.
Oh yeah,
But
well,
I-
maybe you caught if you sell it.
A cot.
He
and
does. He
Leopold's
does have a
just
few cots
keep
for
posing.
sale. Yes, mind you, he's
cool.
not
I mean-
here, so you know. You just,
Well-
we take them.
Well, then I suppose we just get comfortable and wait for the morning.
So, DM, I have a question.
mm-hmm.
For Advin, since was he around before Leopold just ran out the city,
Huh?
or like ran out before Leopold ran out the store? Was Advin able to hear any of that stuff?
No, Leopold didn't leave.
Oh, I meant Leopold. Nah.
Okay.
I heard like something. He was questioning his life choices, and he ran out.
No,
Oh,
that was
okay.
the guy who owned the place.
That was
Yeah.
the guy who owned the store.
Oh, that
The
was
wood elf.
okay. I misheard.
Yes,
I
he was a
misheard. That's why I
black-haired-
wanted to ask the question
He was a
before I
black-haired
made
wood
any.
elf.
Okay, I just wanted to double check. Misheard.
So wait, what did you want to
Uh,
stop him for?
It was mainly just trying to get to. I just wanted to know where Leopold was. That
just
was
get-
mainly it.
Oh, yeah, he's
just-
in
Oh,
the
that
general
was-
store with you guys.
Okay.
You
Okay.
just hold the elf like really close to you. You take your family and you value them before they're gone, murdered in the night. And the
No,
Grim's just like,
Evan's
"Okay, old man."
probably going to just, in a way,
or-
like, I wouldn't say like as a form of grief, but definitely just like as a response to the recent events, he's just gonna go out for a walk at night.
Do you leave the general store now?
Yes.
As soon as you open the door, you see that same captain of the guard from the gate standing there.
What does he look like? Because I missed the description.
He is a tall human with one pointed ear, almost elvish-like. His right eye is blood red. His left eye is a sky blue. He has very dark brown, slicked back hair, and he's a very large individual. Like, not large as in rotund, but ripped.
You know how they say?
Help you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Lovely to see you again. I am just here to pass on a message.
Listen, I'll deliver it to them. What's the message?
Simply that our king wishes to invite you to his humble abode for dinner, and perhaps to stay the night, as you have just arrived in the city, and he wishes to greet you.
He was very excited to see one of our friends.
I was very
sorry to-
excited to see anyone with the Vordoon logo. You see, the Vordoons are a rather rare breed around these parts.
Quick question.
I feel like
Where
I'm
is
being-
Cleric at this very moment?
You're in the general store.
The Vordoons are a rare breed. Am I getting like?
Okay.
Is this what women feel like all the time? Because I'm sorry.
Objectified.
Objectified. You'd make a good mounting on my wall. I'm a fucking person, dude.
I mean,
Yeah. DM.
What up?
Before they would have.
He's just looking for the.
Sorry, what's
Khan
up?
would have been in the rafters
Okay.
hiding
Okay.
because he hasn't paid to enter the city, so he's very cautious.
We got robbed.
he just snuck in while everyone was pointing their guns at us.
Yeah, common sense.
I would say, with the current events, especially what happened a few hours ago, we'll run it by, but we cannot promise we'll come over. Especially after the shakedown.
He simply gives you a smile. But of course. Think it over and get back to us when you can. He hands you a scroll. Like a small little invitation scroll.
Evan
But
will
please,
grab it.
do hurry on your decision.
Can I roll insight?
Absolutely.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Okay, what exactly are you trying to tell from his demeanor?
Trying to see if he's trying to
Threatened.
hide anything, or preferably is he not giving the full amount of information?
It seems like he's told you everything that he had to say. He wished to invite you to the Lord's castle and whatnot. He does seem rather a bit aggressive, and his hand is on a pistol to his side.
Can I tell what kind of pistol it is?
It's not of a make that you recognize.
We live in a stand your ground city.
This is quite an odd city.
I shall return within about half an hour to retrieve your answer. Farewell. As he leaves the doorway.
Goddamn lizards coming into my city. Sorry.
Would Cleric notice this, or is this like outside?
He was just outside the door. Outside
Okay,
the front
so
door of the
Like right when
general
Evan's
store.
about to leave, kind of thing. He gets stopped.
Would Cleric would have noticed that?
noticed what?
That whole conversation happening.
Yeah, everyone in the store would have noticed it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna approach Advin and kind of like look over and be like, What was that about?
I don't know, and frankly, I'm not in the mood to find out. You guys can discuss it amongst yourselves. He hands the invitation to Cleric, and then he's gonna walk out.
Okay. Hey guys, I got a paper.
Raziel stands up. For one, I am not going there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Hey
I'm
guys,
gonna go on
so he's
Advin's
just being
walk.
Cleric is gonna set down the paper and kind of read it out to everyone.
Can I like lean over your shoulder and look at it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I did call everyone over and like started reading it out loud.
Well, I'm just trying to see the handwriting.
It says, "You are cordially invited to the Lord's castle. If you would please respond to this within the 30 minutes it has been given, we would be most appreciative."
Ah, so he wasn't just making up a number. He literally just said, "I'll be back in 30 minutes."
Okay. Another thing. Can you send me the name in my notes of the arm's name?
Oh, it's
Glenn.
Glenn.
Here, I got it here. Oh,
Glenn.
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 Can I look at this handwriting on this letter?
It seems to have movable type printed.
Type printed, like a typewriter.
No. If you know a printing press, how they have movable type and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so this came from like a newspaper.
Sort of. It was definitely printed, but it seems like on a small printing press.
Is there anything on there that would indicate, like, I don't know, who sent it? I know there's no name on it, but like a sigil or a brand or something like that.
Just a Black Knight riding a horse.
Black Knight riding a horse. Well, that's nothing to go off on. Unless I know anyone with a Black Knight riding a horse.
Not really, no.
Can I make a check on it?
Sure. What kind of check are you looking at?
Probably history. Just, I don't know.
See if you've ever
I've
seen
heard
this kind of
anything.
thing before.
Seen it, heard it, anything really.
Yeah.
Seen it, heard it, smelled it,
Alright.
touched it, tasted it. You know, anything within the 5 senses.
So would I, with the prone, would I get advantage, or is it only specific ones, or how would we do that?
It's mostly specific ones about the lore of Aeidros.
Okay, so I'm just gonna ignore that for now. Let's see. I've got a Shmeemow. That is a dinga-da-dinga-da-dinga, what am I, my branga? Why am I so stupid? The brain just shut off, that's crazy. Okay, whatever. Give me a sec. Jesus Christ. Okay, there we go. 26, good lord.
Born.
26?
Yep.
During your time in Burstead, you would know from just people who pass through and whatnot that, yes, this is the sigil of the king. It is generally given and branded on people who are exiled or invited.
Exiled or invited?
Yep. So
Wait.
is it like a Black Knight is like you're invited, a White Knight's you're banished, and a Red Knight's just like we're having an orgy, show up?
No, it's just the sigil of the Black Knight riding the black horse.
Damn.
It's generally branded on
hoping to
people
get
when they
invited.
are banished, but it's just you've seen
It's
plenty
printed
of
when you're invited?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you said branded when invited and branded when banished, and I was like, how do you
Yeah.
tell the difference? But yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It depends on the
That's-
context of the letter.
That's my bad. I spoke weirdly.
You have to read the letter first.
Okay, now I'm
So-
confused.
Okay, so
Why
it's
have
just
the
the
same symbol for
Well, okay, I
banished and invites?
Okay, so I think what he
Well-
means is that it's just the symbol of the king. It's
Yeah.
not like it's not an indicator of like you're banished or you're invited. It's just
so
like to
when you're
indicate that the
banished,
king wrote
the
it.
sigil is burned onto your skin.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
But when you're invited, it's just like on a letter.
Yep.
Yeah. Or it's just the king's
Got it.
pendant, and it's just to let you know, hey, this is from the king.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Have I ever seen anyone with that brand?
Yes, you have seen several people fleeing from the southeastern parts of Ebnon, going northward to try and escape
Oh.
and make their way to Leodos, where they would be protected. I will say, from your personal experience and having followed a few of them, you would know not many of them survived.
Black mark of eggs. It's almost like the black spot or something. You're an
Definitely none of them were eaten on the road.
100%.
I would not know that from experience.
Well, it's definitely not a friendly mark.
And they definitely don't taste like chicken. Not that I know what chicken tastes like.
Nah, obviously they would taste
What?
like pheasant.
Iron.
If
Or
I
eggs.
were to eat them, I'd say they taste like pheasant. But I didn't eat them, therefore I have no basis for my...
Allegedly.
Specifically, exiles taste like pheasant? Or just these exiles?
Never mind.
Anyways, you guys have about, I'd say, maybe 15 more minutes.
Well, is this
Fuck it.
something that we'd want to attend? It's
I
not
mean,
exactly
It's not like we've got...
very friendly, King, as far as I'm aware.
What do
it's
you
not
think's
exactly
gonna happen if we decline?
He'll probably kill us.
Or
So-
assassinate.
Oh.
I feel like our options are die or have the very slim chance of us dying. And I'm gonna be honest, as somebody who's died already, I kind of want to do the slim chance of dying and higher chances of survival.
I got shit to do, guys. We're going
already
to the
died.
dinner.
Alright, fine.
All right.
Also, where the fuck did you
If we
come
must.
Oh,
See,
you
when
know,
a mother
around.
and a father love each other.
from?
very much.
Yeah, I guess I should.
Also,
aware of that by now.
there's potentially an item that we need to get off of this lord, so
Right,
may or
right.
may not
And
have
you
to
were-
kill him regardless.
Hold on a second. We have
What?
another
So-
party member. Let me ask him. What do you think, Len? Do you think we should go?
Oh yeah.
Look,
Con,
man,
Glenn,
I
Con,
am
Con,
just
Twig.
I am just here to be
I'm
an
just
arm
here,
for
man.
now. I'll give advice if you want it, but look, I'm not a great guy to ask for advice.
It's not advice. I just want to know if you're okay with it.
Oh, I'm fine with it.
Like I've
Okay,
got
cool.
a choice.
Glenn's in. Glenn's good. He's ready to go.
Cleric, is your arm talking?
Yeah,
yes.
You do not.
sentient.
You do
We've been
not.
dealing
You
with
do
it.
not hear it, Con.
Just
Remember,
talking
this
in
is
his
all
head.
This is in
But he's
Cleric's head.
speaking out loud to him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cleric, are you talking to your arm?
This is Glenn. Say hi, Glenn.
He
can't hear me,
can't
dipshit.
hear me, dipshit.
No, I mean like use your little branch things to like say the word hi.
You
Like,
want me
spell it
to
out.
extend myself, to spell words using my branches.
I
Like-
mean, yeah.
Do you
I
know
mean,
how
You know
much?
what? No, wait. I have a better idea. I'm gonna place Glenn, my Glenn onto Con's shoulders.
Hey.
Glenn, say hi to Con. Con, Glenn.
How goes it? My name is Glenn. I'm a piece
How
of the
goes it,
world
my
tree,
dude?
and I
Can I hear
haven't
him?
had a drink in a millennia.
Oh, and he just takes it off
Can
of
I
like
hear Glenn now?
Con's. Yeah, I set him on you. Like once you're in contact with Glenn, you can hear Glenn.
Yeah.
I just imagine you dunk your whole arm in like a bathtub. Drink up, Glenn.
I'm just like I now take my arm off of Con and I'm like Glenn, how exactly do you get a drink?
I just want some water, man.
All right, does
Listen,
anyone have
Pull out
water?
Somehow,
We have-
Khan has a water skin that he hasn't touched since the beginning of the journey, and just pours it all on Glenn.
It's a bit musty, but at least it's not moldy or covered in snails.
He says it's a
God-
bit musty, but at least
I
it's not
can hear
moldy or
him,
covered in
Claire.
snails.
I
Well,
can
no,
hear
he's
him
not.
through
I'm
your
not
head.
touching you anymore. You're just pouring the water.
So
or are you
actually,
holding the hand while pouring the water on it?
Con, even if you're looking into his head using your ring, you cannot hear Glenn.
Oh, I can't hear Glenn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I could at least communicate with him telepathically.
Nope.
I can't even.
No, the only
focus
person that can
telepathy
communicate
on Glenn.
telepathically
Nope.
is gone.
Oh, and Glenn, now that you're thirsty and everything, I apologize for asking again. I know I'm going to ask you a lot of questions, but you intrigue me greatly.
I try.
If you're part of the World Tree, why aren't you just the World Tree? Like, why aren't you just an extension? Like, how are you of your own sentience?
Well, back during the
I feel like this is
Great Separation.
We've got like 5
from,
minutes left to make a choice here.
Back during the Great Separation from Ouroboros and the greater pantheon of the gods, the World Tree was actually cut down, you see.
While this conversation's going on, I take the letter and walk outside, awaiting the arrival of the guy.
We're all just sort of
I kind of
moving
figured
outside.
that's what was going to happen. Because
I
we
am
already had
holding-
agreed that we were going, so now Cleric's just doing his own thing.
Well, everybody but
holding Glenn.
Yeah,
through this
Going for a
Raziel,
walk.
Raziel did
Oh, you
follow
want to hear it
at
too?
them.
Okay, yeah, you can be holding
no,
on to Glenn's
I
arm
like-
as well.
As soon as you started asking about the World Tree, I'd like latched on to Glenn.
Damn,
That's
okay.
totally fair. So during the separation from Ouroboros and the greater pantheon,
What
they
we call the divorce.
they had it. They had a big old battle. The World Tree was cut down. The continents separated.
Continent.
Mind you, not breaking the crust of the of the world. Luckily,
Mm-hmm.
Aeidros was still intact, but the World Tree was cut down, and my siblings and I have been scattered across the world.
So,
Sir, a second
what
saw
happens
hit
if
the
your
World
siblings...
Tree.
Would you become the World Tree and become one collective consciousness?
Fuck if I know.
Fuck
While
hell
they're-
if I
while they're
know.
talking, I
I've been
s-
stuck in a
sentient like
box
this
for the last
before
300
World
years.
Tree, or was this after the World Tree was cut down?
I mean, I remember a little bit of being the World Tree. I don't exactly remember 100%.
Bruh, I've been in a
all,
box
all
for
I
like
know
300
is that I
years.
can still feel the pain of trees and nature.
Oh, dope. Hey, question. Considering the fact that we're going to dinner, could you, like, grow flowers and, like, make yourself, like, look really, like, super duper pretty? Or, like, you know...
You hear him like straining in your head as you see golden flowers, like made of
Holy
literal gold,
shit.
start popping up on your arm.
Glenn! you don't
Infinite
have to
money
push-
hack.
Glenn, you don't have to push yourself to do that, but cool.
No, this is the only type of flower I can grow.
Wait, really?
Yes, I'm part of the World Tree.
I'm not a flower, you fucking idiot.
God damn, Glenn, you are awesome. All right,
Glenn,
I will say,
I'm gonna have to find.
I
Let's see,
will
do I
say,
have-
cleric, as you look inside like the vines that make up your forearm, you see a small golden fruit beginning to grow.
Oh,
And
while
inside
they're-
my arm?
What's up, Con?
do I also see that?
Yes, you do.
Does it look similar to the ambrosia fruit that I have in my bag right now?
Does.
Glenn, I have a favor to ask of you.
What up?
I
need
pull
that
out
out.
the ambrosia.
Oh yeah,
brand.
you're doing all this shit with one hand.
Holy shit! Is that Charlotte?
We're all just standing out here while the...
Charlotte.
Well, could I have because I've been trying to like interject, but I couldn't.
Yeah. What's up?
Oh, apologies.
Could I like sneak back in and have tried to like sneak behind them and try to touch Glenn
Make a
and
stealth
just
check.
like listening in?
Well, I mean, you can still
Possible?
listen. Like you're
No.
willing.
I can't. We've
Hmm?
already established this.
Only you and anyone
No one-
touching Glenn
yeah.
can hear him.
Yeah. No
yeah,
one
I'm
else.
saying
No
you're
one else
free
can
to
hear
touch
Glenn.
Glenn.
No,
heard
I
you
can't.
about-
We've already established that.
I don't
Glenn,
understand.
He won't
Glenn
let him
Shriveled.
touch him, remember?
Last time he
Oh.
recoiled from when I tried to. That's why I'm
He's
trying to
racist
sneakily do
against
it.
tieflings.
All right, so 15 on the stealth check. So I'm just trying to
15?
sneak in and see if I could Like, I don't know. Yeah.
You
touch it,
you
possibly.
successfully stealth since he is distracted. As
Since he
you
is in
touch
fact a
him,
tree.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
You have
Oh,
advantage.
All right. Cool.
I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
Let's see. That's
bad.
a 22.
Okay. As you touch Glenn, you feel his vines wrap around your fingers very gently, and you catch a flash of these snake-like eyes staring at you. A person... No. A god wielding his blade as he hacks at you, breaking through bark, breaking, cracking, and finally severing you from your roots.
What is happening?
That is
I kind of fall back.
You only
While
take
they're-
2 points
You only-
of psychic damage.
The fact that you had to specify that.
Of course, you falling
Oh,
back. I believe that would have us notice,
Oh yeah,
right?
everyone would notice that.
Yeah.
I'd, kind of be on my butt.
You two
as
getting
were
ready
guys
or
would-
what?
Would Glenn also, since he was touched? Now know?
Cleric, as soon as the touch happened, Glenn stopped talking.
Glenn.
Glenn,
Glenn?
you good?
Glenn! You need to tell me more about this person.
Hold on,
Tell me
hold
what?
on. Con, hold on. Glenn, are you good?
There is no response.
Does the arm still move and everything?
Yeah, it still moves.
Glenn, hey, buddy.
I think he just had a short circuit there.
I'm gonna turn towards Connie, and I'm gonna look very serious. I'm like, what did you do?
I just touched him. That's all I did.
Without consent?
He seemed pretty
Well,
obvious that he didn't want you touching him.
And
Now I can't hear him.
hey, DM,
So
while
he's
this is
hurt.
going on, can I be trying to put a bow tie on Leopold?
Sure.
Please,
I will
listen,
say,
we're going to a party.
as this is happening, the captain of the guard is walking towards you guys.
Leopold, you have to look presentable. You look like a hobo.
Listen, I understand your intentions are well, but sometimes, and I've learned this from personal experience, when something doesn't want you to do something, it's probably best not to do it.
Sorry.
I'm literally
just-
fighting
you're
him like a
okay.
child.
I just...
I was just about to find
That's
out what
I'm
this
not
was.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
No, it's...
Well,
Oh my god, Dad Cleric is already appearing.
No.
He must sense that his wife is pregnant.
Dad Cleric and Uncle Khan are in the house.
Cleric, after a bit, the captain of the guard's still walking towards you all. It feels
You
like
see-
time slows. And Khan, you see it. You see time, like yourself and Cleric moving at a normal pace. But you hear in your heads, "We wish to be put back together. All of us strive to see each other once more. Bring us back to the mother, and we will restore the world once more." As time
Bring us
begins to
back.
move at its normal pace again.
Glenn, you good?
What are you
there?
talking about? I'm fine.
I've been talking this whole time.
I'm gonna
Couldn't
turn
hear me?
towards Connie and look down
I've
at
already
the
shuffled
arm.
out of the room. I've already shuffled out of the room. Just kind of looking down while walking away.
Well, I mean, Cleric did try to reassure you that you're okay. It's just,
I already left.
oh, damn.
As the captain of the guard walks up, "Well, it seems as though you all had an altercation while I was gone. I suppose a lot can happen in half an hour."
I'm still fighting with Leopold. Get him to put on a bow tie.
No, no altercations, some stuff.
Just
my
Cleric is gonna put on a robe on one of his cleric robes that have gold accents to try to,
Match the
look
flowers.
of the. Yeah.
Easy enough to do.
All right, sick.
Hmm.
Awesome sauce.
Grim, I suppose what I'm wearing is as swanky as an attire as I want to muster. In a way of first of all, I'm not putting on my full swanky outfit because it's definitely got the air of Vordoon energy in it.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, I'm just sort of, I haven't been to a royal party in a very long time.
Right.
Not like this, like debaucherous sort of party. So I'm just sort of trying to look the part.
The captain of the guard smiles. I see you are missing a few members. Will the strange one be joining us? Looking over at Connie.
Yes.
And I suppose at this point that he's probably realized that I look different now, considering I was disguised when I first interacted with him.
Yeah.
Now I look completely different. I look like essentially what I look like myself, just blue skinned. It has a tail and there's little horns and there's a little tuft of fur on the end of the tail, and then I have weird clothes.
Yeah.
How does he react?
Cleric is gonna kind of like walk over, and he kind of like looks him up and down as if he's trying to like size him.
The
As he,
captain of
like-
the guard?
No, Connie.
Oh.
As he like reaches into his bag of holding and pulls out, with the hand that he can touch Connie with. as
Oh, wait a
he's
minute.
letting his wooden arm kind of dangle as he reaches into the bag of holding, kind of pulls out a robe, and he kind of like holds it up with one arm next to Connie. He's just,
What are you doing?
DM.
Yes.
For this specifically, I've rolled I've rolled a D100 and a D10 for my hat of hats.
Ah!
ooh.
What'd you
What you
get?
get?
I got a
What did you
65,
A 65.
and I know exactly who I'm gonna give it to.
So, Graham, as time has been going on, there have been a few changes to the Hat of Many Hats table.
You've added new stuff.
Well,
You
That's
added DLC without my consent?
that's not it. The longer and longer that the other guy's been in control, the more and more chance it'll turn into a jackal mask.
Oh,
And you rolled
And what-
one of the 3 that could turn it into a jackal's mask.
I immediately stuff it back in my pocket.
Ooh.
Does anybody get a chance to see that before I put it back in my pocket?
It's fairly evident when you pull it out what it is, as you very obviously shove it back in your pocket.
That's
We make
for
like a
my,
perception check or something?
Yeah,
from
I'd say
my-
make a perception, everyone.
Okay. Yeah,
Who's
perception.
there?
Toad's making an insight check on the on our Grim.
So, while that's going on, what's going on with Abby
deception.
and Rachiel?
I will actually move over to them after I learn everyone's perception roll.
Perfectly
Do it-
fine.
should I-
I just
Awesome.
was wondering.
Do you want me to roll
Also,
deception?
Just to let you know, the reason why Cleric is doing the thing, he's going to basically, basically take one of his robes and kind of makeshift it into like a cloak for Connie,
Okay.
so that he can look nice.
Do you want me to roll deception?
Yes, roll a deception check. Or sleight of hand, whichever you prefer.
So it's a
Definitely
perception, right?
deception.
Yes, a perception from everyone in the room.
Oh, I can't do an insight check?
That's a 29.
No.
Do you want me to tell you?
That is a 29 perception.
Do you want me to say it out loud, or do you want me to DM
Send it to me.
I got a natural 20 for a total of 25.
Holy shiz.
Hold on.
Dang!
Oh, what the fuck?
Leopold, what did you get?
What am I rolling?
Perception.
Perception.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I got that I sent it to you.
Damn, okay. I got a 22 total with a nat 20.
22 total with a nat 20.
Yes.
God, guys, I was happy with my fucking
man.
17.
2 nat 20s.
Hey, perception is not my best skill. I'm just glad I got the nat.
So everyone except for Khan would notice.
Well, Khan is in, well, essentially a way of...
Wow, that really works out for me.
Yeah, especially since Khan's the only one who would actually know shit.
Know or care.
Yeah.
Well, could I roll a history check on what the mask looks like? To, like, know if I know what it is mimicking, or...
You could make a, well, if you're wanting to learn what it's mimicking, yeah, make a history check.
Can I re-roll my hat check?
I will allow it.
That's a 14.
That's a 30.
Okay, 30. A woman's cocktail hat.
A woman's cocktail hat. What's that look like?
I think I know what it looks like.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
What the? Oh!
It's one of
It's
those
one of
weird
those
sideways ones.
It's one of the weird sideways ones with the fake
Yeah,
flower
yeah,
thing
yeah.
on
That's
it.
what I thought.
Wow, I'm putting that on Connie's head.
Congrats, Connie.
There.
You are now wearing a woman's cocktail hat.
There, I was looking for a hat for you.
Kind of just look down and push up my glasses from the side and just kind of accept it.
All right.
Every good guest needs a hat.
Thanks.
Khan very purposefully does not wear a hat.
All right.
Leopold is going to put on his dress uniform.
Okay.
Still trying to put a bow tie
And-
on him.
Gently untie the bow tie.
No, you know what? Now I'm just gonna put it in a place where you can't get it. I put the bow tie like around your waist.
Yo.
That's a long bow tie.
That is a
Yeah,
really
I-
long bow tie.
It's made out of me. I can make it as long as I want.
I just look over at him, just like, I've got it handled, thank you.
All right.
What?
As you
I
all
wear
are
a
preparing
lot.
yourselves for the party, Advin, as you leave, going on your walk, Rajiel catches up to you. She's in her human disguise, obviously.
Advin's also in his disguise. After he
His-
walked
his
out and closed the
elven
door, he
disguise.
put on his elven disguise.
Okay. As you're walking with Rajiel next to you, she just kind of looks at you, looks down. You know, this place used to be my home.
Really now?
Yeah.
What caused you to leave?
Well, around, 15 years ago, the new king posted up here.
What does the king have to do with you?
He killed my father.
My name is Rachel. You killed my father.
Wait. Okay, and who was your father? Was he just a normal man, or was he a man of high importance?
I liked to think of him as a normal man. He was a good man, that's for sure. Really, all he wanted to do was just play his instrument and show people how he just wanted to entertain them.
Evan kind of, in that moment after hearing, just wants to entertain them. He kind of smiles a bit, thinking of some people back in Mistar when they were still alive, or at least his Mistar, like his family.
Mm-hmm. He played a lot of music, and he was a good man. Very devoted to the Yadish gods. Actually, he found a way to keep a balance between all three of them, honestly. It was stunning to watch. My sister was always more of a fan of Fala, the King of Promise.
Nice.
I was always more of a fan of his sister. I loved my family. My
I loved
father
mine too.
and my sister. My uncle, even. From the stories.
Is your family alive, or are they all dead?
My father's dead, and not sure about my uncle or my sister at this point. My mother unfortunately died while giving birth to us. What's funny is, my dad, his mom actually died while giving birth to him and his brother. He also died. But he was given a gift by the God of Promise and was brought back.
Was he the same, though?
I don't know. He was but a baby when he died, so... It was basically the only thing he really mentioned. Uncle came to visit every once in a while, but I'm not sure about his current status. I really liked it here, you know. After the first king was killed, it became super peaceful. It was a nice place for about 20 years.
My family died from a betrayal. Whom I thought was a friend, but ended up doing some damage to my family.
I'm sorry.
That Karash, he was all that was left of them. I don't know what happened to the others. I just know that my family, the ones that have mortal lives, they're no longer here. Either killed in the betrayal or lost due to time.
I see.
What am I supposed to do? I uphold cultures long dead. I've tried to make a name for myself in a world that doesn't need me. And now I killed the last member of my family. What's my purpose? Why am I here? Just to suffer?
Welcome to the club.
Maybe your purpose is to remember. To make sure that no one forgets. You said your family's long dead, but as long as you're alive, so are they, right? That's what I think, anyways. That's why my dad will always be in my heart. It's why, if my sister is dead, I will always keep her with me.
Miss Starr died over 600 years ago. Even if I do remember them, the culture, the people, it's completely different. They're more strangers to me than you guys. They don't care about the old traditions, the things that made them who they were. They don't even know what they once had. Miss Starr controlled from one end of the desert to the other. But from time, poor decisions, they lost it.
Then perhaps your job is to rebuild. Perhaps your job is to help them understand what they had.
I can't do that without the wyverns.
There are wyverns within the mountain passes around here.
Those are wild.
Just because they're
Our
wild doesn't mean
wyverns were direct gifts from Javine. Freshly crafted, and we bred them. These are not simple wyverns he just made to populate the earth. No, he crafted them for us. The wyverns in the wild, even I cannot, no one can breed that wildness out of them. At least any who's tried has died in the process.
Then why don't you go and ask him for more?
He's dead. In the ocean. He
From
died.
what I've heard, he isn't dead, but he rose to the Pantheon. As far as I know, Dravine's not dead. He's just in a different state of being. Or at least that's what the story my dad always told me said.
You know, I now realize that he might get a lot more pissed if he knew who my descendant was.
You mean who your predecessors were?
Oh, my ancestor, I meant.
Yeah.
Listen, English is a hard language that most people can barely speak, so just get...
Anyways. Look. Go to a holy place. Ask him. I understand that maybe you don't worship him, but I've heard of people who didn't worship a god talking to them. Happens all the time as far as I know. I mean, hell, my dad's talked to all three of the Yadish gods, even though he doesn't actually, well, didn't now actually follow any one of them. He struck a balance and a deal. That's something I strive for.
You've given me a lot to think on. But I still have something I need to do. Do you know where the wizard, or if there is a wizard in this city?
How do you mean?
I simply want to make a network.
A wizard union.
Sure, I mean, there was an old guy near the north end of the city when I was a kid. I don't know if he's still around.
Do you have a name?
I believe his name was Brerin the Orange.
Would Abin know?
You know the Wizards of Color.
The Wizards of Color.
That's a poor way to phrase that.
They are known as
The Spectrum Wizards. Nope, that's worse.
They are known as the
wizard
greatest wizards in
He's
Aeidros.
spellcasting time.
Oh, like the red guy that died back
Akar the
in,
Red and Irida the Blue recently died.
Damn.
Brerin the Orange has been nowhere to be found for the past 200 years.
They can't
Which
operate
I
their
will-
Zords no more.
Brerin.
You don't want to ask what John the Brown does. John the Brown.
Anyways,
It's a pretty shitty gig.
Very.
but the Wizards of Color are generally, seen as the greatest of all wizards.
I might give him a visit.
Blake the Black.
I've heard of him. Back when they were still coming up. Or at least they had just made a name for themselves, and their influence was widespread enough.
Well, I hope you find him. It's been over half an hour. I'm gonna head back to the general store, see if the guys are gone.
Well, I'll probably head to that castle if they want, at some point. Probably now, before I find Brerin. They'll probably end up hurting themselves.
That's for sure.
My body aches.
I'll walk you back.
Alright. Advin will go with her.
Okay.
Oh yeah, did you see the outfit I posted that Grim's wearing right now?
I did, yes.
I figured,
Advin.
I mean, I'm in a
MF
city
is a
of frauds.
pirate, for real. Goddamn.
Musketeer, but
It's
yes. Advin. As you're walking, you hear in your head, Yorin. I don't even have words. I have seen for 600 years you slowly becoming what you are. And she single-handedly spoke to you and gave you things to think about. And in the 600 years I have been attached to you, I haven't even been able to do that. I'm sorry I have failed you, friend. But I'm happy we are learning something. As you approach the outside of the general store, the rest of your group standing outside, Grim still trying to put a bow tie on Leopold, Connie looking rather snazzy, and Cleric wearing one of his dress robes, Con wearing a beautiful cravat.
Oh, also, what did Connie get on his insight?
What?
I didn't roll an insight. The perception.
The perception.
Oh.
Everyone but Khan saw the mask.
Right.
I have with the robe. I think I like I'd cut out a hole so that my tail can go out through it, and it's kind of just wrapped. It kind of wrapped it around my waist.
I was actually gonna like attempt to tailor it to you, and I can try and roll for it. That's what I was planning on doing, but we moved on to a different thing before I could do that.
I'll say, cleric, you do not have any sort of proficiency in tailoring.
I will. Can I roll to see how well I do at least?
Roll a dexterity check with disadvantage.
All right. Disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Nat 1.
That's a nat 1.
You make it out of fucking
Natty 1,
garbage.
baby. Anyways, you try to tailor it and you accidentally rip it in half.
Here. I kind of take it from the crying robot's hands, and I'm like, here, I've got this. And
Here,
Hold on, Connie. Sebastian!
Sebastian appears.
I can
Go on,
do
my
it.
friend. Sebastian will do the butler thing and mend the,
We'll do the thing I told him to do.
But crack.
Yes. He will mend the robe and quickly tailor it to Connie's body.
Poor cleric.
Never
he's like,
underestimate.
I got this, and then he just tears it. He's like, he literally drops to the ground and does like the Darth Vader no.
Khan will just pat Cleric on the shoulder and be like, anytime you need something
If I
like
could
that,
cry, I would. If I could
I will-
turn back time.
I will dap water under my hands and put it on Cleric's face to simulate crying.
You know, you take a marker
Beautiful.
and draw a tear.
And he does like the tear wipe, and he goes, "Thank you."
I got you.
Yeah. So yeah, Connie, you have a tailored cloak now. It's very nicely tailored too. Of course, he tailored the Crimson Cloud logo above the above your
It's where
heart.
the tag would be. It's where the tag would be.
Okay.
We
Kind of-
brand subtly.
You
Subtly.
see, Evan kind of readjusts some of his robes, then has prestidigitation as he looks actually like like if anyone would know the star in history, an old wyvern knight. So he's wearing his old
Oh,
uniform.
you know what I realized?
What up?
We never established what cleric's focus thing was.
What do you mean?
His divine.
His divine focus?
We never established
it's
what that
spell
was.
focus.
I
I've-
just realized that now.
I've basically just been describing it as the symbol that's inside of your medal of your father.
Really?
Yeah.
You just wave your
Interesting.
hands and magic shit happens. Don't fucking think about it.
I was kind of hoping it was my mate. My divine focus is the thing that kills. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it'll be the chest bit.
You use power word kill and it becomes
I
like
think
the
I'm
Nerf
gonna
nuke.
have my robe tailored to the point where like can I like make my divine focus like light up whenever I feel like?
Yeah.
Like not using
Yeah.
it but like have it light up. I'm gonna do that so that you can see the symbol of the father through like my cloak.
Heck
And
yeah,
I
man.
feel like it would look really cool.
Heck yeah. All right.
Also, I tried looking up gold and white robes, like gold and white with like trim, and they're all AI images.
Of course they are.
Oh,
And I'm
also,
so pissed.
can we just mention for my outfit that I'm not wearing the tights, I'm just wearing regular jeans.
Fair. All
Or
right.
just like, I don't know, writing.
Somehow that makes it more scuzzy.
All right. As you guys begin
No, I'm wearing
your journey
corduroys.
towards the castle of the king, led by the lovely captain of the guard, of whom you don't know the name of.
And who has yet to make any verbal acknowledgement to Khan Incubo's existence.
We are going to go on break.
Going on to break.
We will return in 20 minutes, dear
I gotta
dear
go
viewers.
bust a nut. I'll be right back.
Alright, we'll see you guys in 20 minutes. And we're back. Sorry, that took longer than 20 minutes.
You lied!
I lied! I lied! I'm a liar! I'm sorry. Alright, gents. You're walking towards the castle. Raziel decided to stay behind. What do you do?
We're walking to the castle, man.
Yep.
Basically, I don't think I ever did. I ever describe Connie's appearance in terms of like, because everyone went with all their stuff.
Well, all I
don't
know
think
is
I
that
ever
you're
did.
wearing a cocktail hat that I put
Yeah,
on your
I'm
head.
wearing the cocktail hat, and then I have a at least what I imagine what it looks like is just kind of a long like dark robe, and it's got red and gold accents, and there's a it's almost kind of looks like a really like if you like almost like a more traditional Chinese looking robe mixed with a muumuu, if that makes sense. And then it's got a hole in the back, and it kind of my tail is kind of wrapped around my waist and then up my arm as I'm kind of twiddling with the fur on the end of it, kind of absentmindedly as we walk on.
Okay.
1940s driving suit.
Okay. Okay.
I'm wearing a.
I felt like that was the epitome of like just simple. DM knows exactly what I mean with that.
Yep. Are you wearing the gloves and everything, or?
I am wearing the gloves.
You're wearing a smoking jacket?
Pretty much. Well, not a smoking jacket, but like kind of what we would consider a suit jacket, but kind of just past World War II, or like between World War I and World War II era
driver
full suit. And it kind of matches the cravat with the black with the red highlights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing a cowboyified. I'm wearing cowboyified 15th century like formal wear.
Musketeer's outfit. Just
Musketeer's
more
outfit.
Just
with
Cowboy
it's
musketeer.
Cowboy musketeer with a mask on. I basically look like what's his fucking name from the Adventures of Tintin movie.
Oh no, yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Only black and
name?
purple. Red Rackham. There we go.
Red Rackham. Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
that movie was
Goodness
good. Nobody gave
gracious,
it a
it's
chance.
been a while since I thought about Tintin.
Tintin's
It's
great.
a good movie.
It's also a good comic series. Anyways,
Better comic series than movie.
is that everyone who wanted to describe their outfit? Because we know Cleric's wearing his white and gold outfit.
I mean, I haven't readjusted the robes to actually make it out to be as like it's now folded and wrapped to be his traditional, Wyvernite outfit, and
Right.
changes it back to its original color, which is blue and gold.
Right. Nice. All right. As you guys journey towards the castle, the thunder rolling above you, lending a rather dark atmosphere here in Sultras. I mean, the city is referred to as the Dark Damnation, so take that as you will.
Dark
Ominous.
deluge.
It is very ominous. It is a very ominous feeling that you get every time the thunder rolls. As you reach the outside of the castle, those of you who are able to pass through feel this almost electric sensation as you pass through where the dome is. Cleric, as you try to enter the castle, you are barred as you literally clank against something.
Huh.
Connie,
Do I know what this is?
as
Feeling this might
you
happen.
begin to try and walk through, you also hit the wall.
Yeah, just like earlier. Okay, I'm gonna take a moment to actually get a further, like, closer inspection now that I'm actually in front of whatever this invisible barrier seems to be.
Right. As
So
you
I'm gonna
see
make an investigation check.
Yeah, make the investigation check real quick. Where's Cleric?
Probably forgetting he's muted or doing something else.
What?
Oh, there you go. Cleric.
What am I missing?
As you reach the castle, the outside of the castle, you hit the barrier. You're unable to
Wait.
pass through.
Me?
Yes,
Yes.
you and Connie.
What?
I'm making an investigation check right now. So that's a 15.
Cleric is gonna like do like a little knock on the barrier.
Okay. As you knock on the barrier, the captain of the guard looks over. I forgot you were a machine. I am so sorry. He's rather intriguing, not being able to get into the barrier. That's unusual.
Well, I'm not necessarily machine. I'm more soul piloting a machine.
Same difference,
Okay.
honestly, to the barrier.
I mean, barrier.
Fair
doesn't
enough.
seem to
Fair enough.
care.
Fair enough. Is there a way for me to get past this, or?
Yes. Give me one moment. He waves his hand. And Connie, what did you get on your investigation?
I got a 15.
15. Main thing you notice now that you're in person is the very yellowish style tint to everything inside the barrier from the outside. Everyone, when you look at them, it just has this they have this very yellowish tint on them. Yeah, everyone except for Cleric and Connie were able to move into the barrier.
Would I recognize this technology?
No, you would not.
And it's machinery, so it didn't stop Khan or Grim with their guns?
No, it did not stop Connor Grimm.
Okay.
Probably electronics is what it is.
I believe it may
I would
refer
imagine.
to like complex machinery.
Yeah, that's what I was...
Don't you even?
Anyways, yeah, so everything inside the barrier has this yellowish tint, but as he waves his hand, a little doorway opens in the barrier.
Oh, also, DM, I'd like to just make one last thing. I want to make my identity as basically unknown as possible.
Okay.
Well, because I don't want anyone to recognize me.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Ivan's still in his human disguise. He just has the robing on. He's not in a Draco uniform.
Okay. As you
All men
enter,
Also, I am going to leave my drone outside.
leave your
Do I
drone
need
outside.
to like make
That
a
is
check
fair.
for? Check
I
to
have a
hide
feeling
myself?
that. Wait, is it a human disguise?
Who, me?
Yeah, Advent.
I'm a half elf.
Oh, you look like half. I assume you look like a half elf, but like a mid 40s kind of like human look.
Or more.
He'd be
mid
more-
400s.
No, I
Wait.
know. I mean like it's your
For human-
midlife.
For appearance, he looks like a 35-year-old man.
Yeah, so like close to like midlife type stuff.
DM,
Yes.
is there a... Does he... Once we step through, does he immediately close the barrier?
Once you step through, the barrier slowly comes back
Okay,
and
so
mends itself.
Would I be able to potentially quickly test my watch and then put my drone out? Depending on the outcome of however my watch functions, or if it doesn't. Like quickly just give it like a tap just to see if something happens and then release the drone.
Okay, so you want to see if the drone... Okay, so sorry, explain it again.
I just want to press a button on my watch, just see if it works. If you know, basically just like typing in like, oh, I'm gonna type hi on my watch and see if that works.
Yeah, inside the barrier, I'm assuming.
Yes, inside the barrier.
It works.
Okay.
Can I-
And then I will slip my I'll keep my drone then, if that's the case.
Okay.
DM, I don't mean to keep focusing on this door, but would I be able to see what it's like powered on?
No.
Damn.
The power source is very obviously not above ground.
Man, you're not give me an inch, give me a mile, huh?
No.
He doesn't
Anyways.
like giving Grim anything.
Anyways.
No, why? Why can't I be cool? Why does everyone else get to be cool?
It is kind of... I noticed that a little bit.
Man, like, do you have a problem with me?
No.
What did I do?
It's like it feels like every time I make a check...
He makes the check. I can't just know things?
But then...
Like, I know I'm this far out, but I know technology to a certain extent.
So I'm saying you can't see the source of the power because it's not above ground.
Yeah, that's understandable in this case, but I was just saying, for previous ones, it's been noticeable. But regardless, moving on. We walk through the barrier and shiz.
Yes, you walk through the barrier and are being led through this castle. It is very expansive too. It's a very large castle. And here you'll find some of the king's trophies. As you're looking in the room, you see various items ranging from the heads of creatures you've never seen before, all the way down to equipment. Among the equipment are chest plates, broadswords, an axe that looks as though it's moving. You see a large, very large gauntlet sitting on one of the pedestals.
Oh.
Is my shoulder drone still functioning as well?
Yes, your shoulder drone is still functioning.
Okay.
And as you're also looking, underneath a portrait of a man playing it, you see a banjo. This banjo has a very fine-looking rapier hilt sticking out the top of it. A man, in the portrait, you see a man with very smoothed out features playing his banjo, wings wide open as he's singing and strumming and playing for this crowd of people.
Can I make a some kind of check on to see what because he's got wings, so I kind of want to see if I can figure out what's that about, I guess.
Yeah.
Discern the either race
well,
or
I'd say it's
something.
pretty easy to tell that it's that he's the same race as Rashiel.
Okay, gotcha. So
He's a yacht.
he's a yacht. I had a
Yacht
feeling.
queen.
Okay, cool.
What? Adam's looking at
Is
this
there-
picture.
Is there any sort of indication of what the name of this individual is?
Do you look at the plaque underneath the
Yes.
underneath the
look at
banjo?
the plaque.
Yeah, I look at the plaque too.
Does it say Tenakar Feldman?
It says Tenakar Fellman, wielder
Yeah.
of the battle banjo,
Okay, bro's
Battle
doing
banjo.
bro's doing some universe hopping shit. Okay.
lies in pieces.
Yeah, I don't get this reference.
Context, different campaign.
Okay.
Do I know this? Do I know this fucking guy?
No, you
Let me
don't.
guess it. Let me guess. It's a no.
You've never heard of the So it's kind of hard to know people when you're not from here.
Well, I can hear legends.
Well, yeah.
I'm not. I was a fucking detective and one of the most
I mean-
famous people in my side of the world.
In all fairness, yeah, I've heard a bunch of shit in Burstead, but he hasn't heard a bunch of stuff traveling all over the place. I mean, that's kind of weird.
Just saying.
I live in, like, the place where a god died. Like, seriously.
Well, where a god ascended. But yeah.
I don't fucking care. The point still stands.
So
Whatever. No, I get your bias. Move on.
Grim, it's fairly obvious that, these legends and stuff just have not moved past the confines of this nation yet.
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
Cover
Cleric
your ass
doesn't
now.
know about it either.
Yeah, no.
Advent
I get
doesn't
it. I
know
get
about
it.
it
What do I not know
either.
about? What do I not know about?
Anakar
and-
Solomon,
Like,
wielder of the battle banjo.
I actually was just going to ask, would Alvin kind of make a discernment? Is this who Rashiel was talking about?
Yeah, most
Do you even
likely.
make-
Rationally,
All
yes,
right.
this is probably who she was talking about.
All right, Alvin's going to look around real quick. Is there anybody besides the group watching this
Guard captain.
battle banjo?
No, but you do see off in a small corner is a very emaciated-looking female with wings, very smoothed features, but her light is brighter than Rashiel's and seems to emit off her.
Khan will very subtly work his way over to
Is there anything
Advent.
in this place I recognize?
You like roll a check for it.
Yeah, roll,
'Cause
roll an
ask,
investigation.
you always ask if you recognize anything, but not.
Well,
like,
I mean, yeah,
check
but
for
it's
it.
also
roll an
just sort of like
investigation.
that way you
I
can.
wasn't
kind of
even given an
determine-
option the first time.
Yeah, well, I would just ask for those.
You asked if
options.
you knew something specific. You didn't
Well,
ask to look.
Yeah.
6 plus 7.
So what
Okay,
did you want
so
to
13.
say?
As you look around the room, Grim, you see a very familiar, almost draconic-looking bird. Its head mounted to the wall.
Oh, shit. Is anyone else looking in my current direction, or are they all... I stop, dead in my tracks.
As you look
And
at the
just stare at
plaque
it.
underneath it, Grim, you see the mighty Dracon. The devilish bird.
It says that? Or
Yes.
is somebody telling me that?
No, it says that.
Okay.
Right.
I
It's
fully
lovely
stop
to
in my
have
tracks.
such guests here. Walking down these rounded stairs leading up towards a second floor from the trophy room, you see a man. Darker skin, black hair, an eye patch over his left eye. Scars lining his face.
Oh, fuck me.
I heard there was much commotion you caused in front of the gate.
I'm hiding my face.
Might
was
I
gonna-
ask who
I
I
was-
speak to? Sorry, Advin, what's up?
I was going to ask before the guy got here. I was going to take the banjo from its pedestal if possible and put it in my bag of holding.
I'd like to check for traps first.
Okay.
Yeah!
Check for traps.
Banjo heist.
Because I definitely want that banjo.
Make an investigation
No,
check.
I'm not. You're not getting it.
Shut up, Advin.
No, I'm saying this out of
stab you.
character.
I will
I'm saying this
stab
out
you.
of character, buddy.
Roll
Well,
an investigation check, Con.
Let me do a good thing.
Con.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Okay.
You will all-
17.
Okay, 17. There are no traps. Advin, make a sleight of hand check.
Dirty 20.
You successfully remove the battle banjo from its pedestal without the captain of the guard noticing.
Oh, I'll take it. I'll put in my bag of holding and then immediately walk away from the scene of the crime.
I will say this is one of the main treasures in this room. It's on
And
a
I'm gonna-
pedestal at the end of the hall.
Do I
Yep.
notice this?
Yeah, and I'm walking away with it.
You would notice that the battle banjo isn't there.
Why? Oh no. Oh,
Leopold, as soon as you witness the gauntlet on the left wall, you know what it is.
Okay.
Wait, you mentioned the gauntlet?
Yes.
I forget. Did Khan tell us it was a gauntlet?
I don't think he did.
I just said there's an item.
There's an item.
Okay. Gotcha.
Also, to anybody listening, as this man walks down, in fact, if anyone wants to, you can roll a perception check. I'm not gonna roll against it.
I'll
If the
roll a
DM
perception
allows.
check right now.
I'll allow.
I'll
that's
also
okay.
roll.
Yeah, may I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone who wants to.
I got a 15.
Okay. 15 from Advin. Cleric, what did you get?
23.
Okay. Did anyone else want to roll a perception on Grim?
I did, but I only rolled a 5, so obviously
Oof.
I'm
You
busy
did-
looking at, like, I keep glancing over at the,
You are too busy looking at
gauntlet.
things to steal.
Can I, once I notice that the banjo is gone, can I sneak over there and, place a, were there, I forget, were there any traps?
There were no traps.
There were no traps? Okay, well, that's the case. I want to, place this, small, pyramid where it used to be,
Mm-hmm.
and, place a couple
You're
of buttons.
Indiana Jonesing it.
And the pyramid disappears, and an illusion of the banjo appears above it. I
Like
will
a
allow it.
hologram. Is that like a
Okay.
hologram?
Yes, it's a hologram.
I will allow it.
I'm kind of like
God.
I'm kind of furiously playing with my tail, just like oh no.
Oh no, we're in so much trouble.
I'll say make a sleight of hand check.
All right, I will go with that.
We haven't even gotten to the thing.
we haven't even met this guy yet. We're gonna
We
die
haven't even met this
horribly.
guy. I'm about to whisper something.
All right, that is shoot, that's a
Skibbity dub.
Try to do a good
17.
thing.
17.
Mm.
You do
Can't
it
wait
without the
there,
captain of the guard noticing.
Good. That's good.
Great.
I am Romeo Blackstone. Might I
At the
know
same
who
time-
my guests are?
I just want to say, for those of you who rolled a perception check, at the exact same time he says his last name, you hear Grim mumble under his breath as quietly as possible, Blackstone. And
God, we're gonna die horribly.
Leopold is
Remember-
just going
Question. Am I the... Which number of child am I that came after... I know... Am I the oldest?
You are the. I believe you're the third oldest technically because
third
it goes Artificer, Bard 1, then you.
Yeah, well,
And-
Bard
Well,
1
it-
is, if I'm correct,
Technically,
dead.
H0P3 is older than all of you, but yeah.
Yeah.
And yes,
So-
Bard 1 is dead.
Cleric is going to kind of bow, and he goes, I am CL3 R1C, third of the father.
He gives you a smile. Also, Grim,
no.
now that you think about it, seeing Ramiel here, everything starts falling into place. All of the yellow lightning, the yellowish tint to the barrier, the natural crystals forming on these strange gun-like weapons. He's been using electrite.
How did he get it so far? this way. Upon that revelation, or did we cut out again?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Now I'm paranoid. So upon that revelation, I am doing my absolute best to make sure that he has no idea who I am.
Okay. As you, Cleric, as you introduce yourself, Ramiel looks over at you, smiles. It is lovely to meet a child of the Father. And reaches out one hand to shake yours.
Okay. Kind of cautious.
He reaches out his right hand, by the way, not his left.
Okay, because like my left hand is the wood arm.
Yes, I know that.
Okay, so yeah, he very cautiously shakes his arm or his hand.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mind I ask who the rest of you are?
One of little import, but I am Con Incubo.
He
My
looks at
name's
you.
Con-
You came through here a while ago, if I remember correctly.
You have a good memory.
Vampire hunter, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
I
Point-
do hunt the occasional vampire.
I see. Points towards Advin. You, what is your name?
Didn't Advin walk away?
Oh, did Advin walk? Well, yeah, he
Advin walked
walked away from the
from the
pedestal.
scene of the crime.
He walked
Yeah.
away from the pedestal, yeah.
Yeah. I'm still in the room. Yeah.
Okay.
Evan looks towards Blackstone, and he just says, "Call me Corvin the Wise."
Corvin. Intriguing. A lovely name.
I got that from my father.
Looks over towards you, Leopold. You are also new to me. What is your name?
He bows deeply, though he doesn't take his eyes off of him. And he says, "My name is Leopold."
Ah. Lovely to meet you, Leopold.
He bows his head again.
You are a rather strange-looking creature, looking over at Connie.
You're really fucking taking your time with this.
Rather intriguing.
Kind of frantically twiddling the fur on the end of my tail.
Almost as if you, like, blink and he's right in front of you. He just kind of looks at your tail. Rather beautiful fur you have.
Do I remember if he
Thanks.
has the ability to do that?
Yo, he's putting the moves on your. Kiss him.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
the
cool.
last person I feel like we should kiss.
Don't.
He reaches out his
This
hands
is-
to you, Connie.
This has got like date rape vibes, and I'm not about it.
I tentatively take the hand.
Please.
He
don't
very
kiss the hand.
slowly closes his hand around yours.
That's
God,
creepier.
he's creepy as fuck.
I'm a fan of oddities. And he will kiss your hand.
God, he is creepy.
Do I remember him doing shit like this?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of into this.
No,
God!
Grim, you do
Claire, I
not.
got some issues, my man.
This seems like a very. Whoa.
I am a rather big fan of oddities.
DM,
Thanks.
Yes, Con.
I'm
can
Connie.
I retroactively roll an insight check on how he said vampire hunter?
Sure.
I'm trying to pick up any sort of like hatred towards vampire hunters. Essentially, Is he a vampire?
Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure he's not a vampire.
It's worth a check.
I mean, you could ask me. I'm the guy who said his name.
Yeah, but Khan only rolled a 5.
Oh, right. That's
A dirty 20?
Yep.
He showed no hatred any which way towards vampire hunters from his tone.
Okay.
And now you. Suddenly, he's from one end of the room to the other, looking directly at you, Grim.
Do I remember if he could move like that?
You do not.
Nobody important.
You're another oddity.
There. I'm no one important. They hired me to be the muscle.
Grim, I need you to make a deception check.
Can I do it with advantage?
No.
Why?
Do you need me to roll?
I mean, he can't see his face. In all fairness.
No, I won't have you. I won't have you roll, Advin.
This might be a
Okay.
time where I use that point of inspiration I got.
Might be a good idea.
What am I rolling again? Deception?
Deception.
Yep.
So, what does the point do again?
The point allows
It
you to
allows
roll
you to
any
re-roll.
d20 again.
Okay. I need it. I'm gonna use it because I got a 9. We're going with the 9.
Oh god.
9 plus 6.
It was a natural
15.
20 plus 7.
Ah, fuck him.
You know what? I'm gonna use my dark powers to re-roll this.
I will allow.
Fuck this. Got another 2. Fuck.
The
Right.
dice have decided.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
As
Dice
he
bitch.
puts gently his hand underneath your chin and lifts your face upward towards him. It's good to see you again. Ellie.
You see, I think, like, at that moment, could we just say that as he touches my chin... This is creepy. Like, I
Yes.
knew the guy, and this is creepy. As he touches my chin, my full face comes out. The hat doesn't come off, but my full normal face shows itself. Which, Advent, Connie, you've never seen before.
As your face reveals itself, he gives a smile.
Hello, Romeo.
I knew they didn't die. You and your family are a lot more resilient than the raising of Beldam. You blink and he's over at the stairs. Why don't you all follow me?
Can I make a, like, I don't, what can I, like, I guess Arcana check, if possible, then.
I will say that everyone who...
Question, do we all, like, blink simultaneously, or does he just...
He moves faster than we
can see.
comprehend.
Question. I don't
Either
believe...
that or some
I
teleportation.
don't believe Cleric can blink.
You have eyelids.
In that case,
I don't think he can, no.
everything just goes black for a second.
Whoa, what the fuck?
What is this, SCP-173?
It simulates blinking. Or at
Like, you
least
see
what
Cleric,
you imagine
like,
blinking.
He gets, like, disoriented. You see, like, he, like, kind of, like stop for a
Oh
second.
shit, Connie, it would actually affect you the same way.
Huh? Oh.
Because of the magic, it would affect you in a similar way.
Okay. So I
okay,
just,
everyone-
it goes black, I don't blink?
Yeah. If you weren't blinking, yeah, well, I mean, heck, anyone who wasn't blinking would notice that. But it's like, it's weird. You are able to notice it more than the others, because the others just feel like they're blinking.
DM.
Yes, Con.
I want to roll like an
I
Arcana or
will-
something.
I'd like to subtly cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
I would like
Roll
to
a
say
sleight
that-
of hand.
I would like to say that everyone that can see me, who can see my normal face, you also can see my normal eyes, and I am just kind of like, I'm frozen. Not. I suppose it's with fear, but
Oh, that's-
a fear of a different kind.
My sleight of hand check is 23.
Very nice. Connie, what did you get on your Arcana?
Natural 20
Very nice.
plus for a total of 25.
Because of this very alien feeling spreading through your body every time he seems to move, you know for a fact that this is not you blinking. I mean, you had a hunch, but you know for a fact that he is doing something to all of you at the same time that is making you feel like he is moving as fast as, or faster than the eye can see.
With this, do I have an inkling as to maybe where it is? If it comes from him, or if it's maybe from something in our surroundings? If the surroundings feels off, or if he himself just feels off?
It's he himself.
All right. Gotcha. All right.
I'm Grim is frozen in panic.
Oh, Ellie, don't be like that. Come on, let's have a meal together. It's been ages.
Uh,
All of you,
In my-
please come upstairs.
to the audience, you hear in Grim's head a full-blown meltdown with two voices talking at the same time. Just, what the fuck? How did he figure it out? But I do follow,
Okay.
with the mask coming back on and everything. Because in my head, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna play this.
As you're all rising up the stairs, the captain of the guard flanking you as you walk up them. You come into a beautiful dining hall.
By the way, I fucking called it. I thought I knew who was in this fucking castle. Is everyone
As you enter this grand dining hall, the chandelier hanging from its chain, you see two other figures, but you can't make out their faces. Ramiel sitting at the head of the table with 6 other chairs and places set on this very long table.
Is there a seat at the at the other end of the table?
Yes, there is.
I take that one.
Okay.
I try to sit as close to Ramiel as possible.
Okay.
I sit
Dude,
halfway
don't.
between Grim and Ramiel.
Who's
And
Ramiel again? Is Ramiel the king dude?
Yes.
Yeah, Ramiel
The one who's
Blackstone.
doing the creepy kissing of hands, grabbing of chins.
Teleporting or something.
Right. Cleric is
Being
going
really, really
to also
creepy.
like try to keep a distance between cleric, or not between Grim and
Ramiel.
Ramiel.
Okay.
I'm... Dude, I don't know what the fuck.
Connie, as you sit down to Ramiel's left side, being as close as you can to him,
and
puts his
Advent.
he puts his elbows on the table and puts his chin on his hand and looks at you.
Oh, that's exactly the pose I'm doing right now.
Oh my god. Hey, question. If I'm so unique, why did he hit me on me like that too? The fuck?
Really?
Really?
That's your first thought?
That's your first fucking concern!
Listen,
This
okay.
dude knows who I am! We're
I
fucked!
thirst for evil men, alright?
Bruh,
You
you
thirst
me
in
alone.
general!
You engaged. Leave it alone.
Okay. I
Alright.
wanted to ask before anything if Advent could cast down an illusion and explore the castle bit. Like an illusion of himself.
Okay, so you want to cast a sort of like major image style thing, or?
Yes.
Okay. So you cast a major image to put yourself at the table. I will say the captain of the guard is flanking you guys in a single file line.
So the guard's just standing there?
The captain of the guard is standing at the door.
Then I shall cast invisibility.
It won't matter. You have to get him to move.
That's the thing. If I have an illusion in front of me, and all of a sudden I disappear,
They are.
I believe they're both.
They are both concentration spells.
That's right. I forgot. And
Wait, do you have a marble?
Invisibility is.
Did he ever get a marble?
I don't think he ever got a marble.
No. I'm pretty
I-
sure I
I
gave
thought I-
one of you my marble.
I
I had a
thought- didn't-
marble.
Didn't I give?
Huh?
Did I give it to?
Gave it to me.
Did I give it to Grim then?
I
I
thought.
mean, I had.
Or oh no, I think that
had
was
it.
it. That was
Rajiel had a marble of concentration.
I think it was an orb of attunement. Actually, I don't think it was a marble of concentration.
Yeah,
that I had.
you had an orb of attunement.
Yeah.
There was
Different
something that
ball.
we had that could help us focus on spells.
Yeah.
Rajiel had a marble of concentration.
We do not.
Then.
If possible, you should totally trade the banjo for that marble.
No.
No.
Okay.
What I'm doing with that banjo is to do something nice. I'm not trying to take it for myself. But I really want to explore that castle.
We will. You'll
We'll
probably
break in
get
later.
Dude, this is not a good time for you to cause shit.
I'm not trying to
Come on,
cause shit. It's called looking for information.
It will inevitably cause
Spontaneous
shit.
So,
We are.
Do you not know Murphy's Law?
We are
as
so close to a
he's
fight
kind of
now.
looking at you, Connie. So where do you come from?
A town called Burstead.
Oh, Burstead. I've been looking to expand my outreach over there,
This is so.
though I have been rather unsuccessful as of late. Uprisings and all that. Losing one of my greatest generals to a strange band that showed up out of nowhere about a week and a half ago.
Like, dude, we're like. I mean, he was horny when I knew him, but he was definitely not this.
Strange band?
Yes, a band of individuals that seemed to be driving in a metal contraption.
Do
A
I?
metal contraption. What?
Well, you and I.
Is it a sort of golem?
He's smiling at all of you. But that is neither here nor there.
Do you know the name of this group?
I do not, shockingly enough.
Grim has gone from being terrified to just staring at him. Just not saying a word, just staring intently.
Ramiel's eyes have been locked on Connie.
I don't
okay.
like
This
that
is
at
not-
So
all.
one question, and this is gonna sound kind of weird. What did I know him to be into? What was his sexuality, from what I can remember?
Bye.
Oh, okay.
Bye,
So
bye,
this
bye,
isn't
bye.
track, but do I know that this is one of the methods he would use? The weird touchy shit.
No. He was actually never very physical with people.
Interesting. Can I do like an insight check?
Show.
I mean, I'm not great at insight. I've only got a +1. Even though I'm a fucking detective.
Yeah, which is funny for a detective.
Like, I gotta change that. Can somebody go... I don't know. In the comments, give me, like, a magical item. Nat 20. +1.
Woo!
Beautiful.
Okay.
Just as I said that.
So what exactly are you looking for here, Grim?
Something's changed about my dear old friend. And I want to know what. I know the last time we spoke, it was not exactly on great terms, but also, he never acted like this. He was never as... I know, he was like showboatish. Like, we were both showboats, and we would do, like, shit to get women's attention. Well, that's about the only thing we ever fought on was women. Men, I didn't really have much of an interest. But he never was this, like, touchy. I just want to, like, cross-reference the character I knew to the man I'm looking at right now.
He's a lot more confident, for one. You can tell that his shoulders are held a bit more tightly, and his whole demeanor seems as if he is the one in charge. But there's also something else that you can't quite find.
I haven't checked to see if there's any magical about him besides the base magical items.
No, that fucker can fucking move.
Yeah, that's not normal, so I wanted to see. Is there anything you need me to roll? I want to check.
Roll an Arcana.
Arcana, perfect. Natural 20, so 33.
God,
Two of them.
damn.
Hell!
Jeez. 2 in a row.
That's a lot of
To be
nat
fair, I
20s
wasn't-
this game.
Yeah,
I
this is
wasn't
like 5,
expecting
6.
mine.
Advin. It's almost as if he's oozing magic. He himself has a lot of magic power that is built up and feels unnatural for someone of his age.
Oh shit, wait a minute. A DM.
Yes.
Unnatural.
I cast Soul Search.
Oh, good call.
The first title you see is obviously the King.
Little fucking... a little self-aggrandizing, but okay.
But as you look, you see 2 other titles. One, Gazer upon the Font.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
And 2, Ruler of the Black Knight.
Ruler of the Black Knight. Well, Ruler of the Black Knight would indicate this kingdom, because...
Not spelled
No.
K-N-I-G-H-T, just N-I-G-H-T.
N-I-G-H-T. So, viewer of the font. Is he a stalker?
No.
There's no indication that he's, like, undead or changed in some way. Well, personality-wise, yes, he's changed, but, like, viewer of the font.
Yeah. Given how close I am, can I smell him at all? Does he smell weird?
So you're not Burke anymore.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying I'm very close to him, so I'm
Man,
wondering.
you smell like doo-doo.
if he
You
has,
really
like,
want
a
to
certain
do a
scent.
smell
What
check.
kind of cologne this man be wearing?
I'm kind of wondering if there's
smell
like a
like
scent of
doo-doo-
cologne or
doo-doo
like a
feces.
strong sense of death or like anything.
He smell like doo-doo.
Like I'm not
feces.
doing my big smell check or anything, but I just want to say if there's anything noticeable at all.
Has he taken a shower in the last week?
I mean even that.
There's not much noticeable. He very much smells nice.
Almost too nice.
Okay.
No.
Well, okay. How does someone smell too nice? No, explain that to me.
There's a point at which someone would magically smell too good to be true, and that's typically a form of mind control.
Alright. I'm gonna take a wild guess at a character. It may be a vampire.
I've already checked.
It's not the
Well,
same smell.
I haven't actually smelled. Yeah, can I
Yeah, you hit the smell
The
check.
red-
You're the one with the nose.
You can smell con if you want to.
I want to smell the air for his blood. Because I'm sure he's cut himself shaving at some point. The smell of blood lingers.
Make a perception check. I'll say with advantage since you're specifically looking for blood.
You can smell my blood frozen in my fucking veins.
Sheesh.
That's 16.
This man, while he doesn't smell fully human, he is not a vampire.
Hmm.
But
That is
he also
almost
does not
more
smell of
troubling.
death.
Okay, so I know he's not an undead, but he's definitely not fully human. And he doesn't seem to have any, like, half-elf features or anything.
Nope.
This is very concerning to Khan.
Concerning
And for
to
comfort-
admin.
For comfort,
Grim shoots you a look of just like to give you the confirmation of like I don't like this either.
Khan will telepathically say in Grim's head, testing it first to make sure nobody's listening in. Echo, echo,
Bravo.
test. If you can hear me, respond. Telepathically only.
Okay. I don't like
And
this.
if Blackstone, if you're listening, fuck you.
Get out of my head. Grim in his head responds, I hear you.
On top of that, DM, insight check during that to check for any sort of change.
God damn it!
Roll. You're rolling
In-
insight on Ramiel.
Ramiel, specifically. I'm
Oh, I thought
checking
you were-
for any sort of... I'm not
Okay.
concerned about you at this point.
Roll insight.
Well, since you're in my head, can I give you the help action?
No.
Damn it. I can't tell him what I know.
Damn it.
What'd you get, Con?
13.
There is no change in his demeanor whatsoever.
Could admin roll an insight on Grim? Watch for any changes, because I know he seems to know this person.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Well, I mean, I won't even have you roll. He's been fidgeting this entire time. He looks completely
No, I'm not looking.
like-
I'm not looking for the base things like the fidgets. I'm looking for like added character changes,
like the
roll
eyes.
Deception.
The
Add
deep...
the eyes, anything that stands out from.
Well, I'll tell you this for free. He's taken off his mask again.
Oh.
Wait, what did you roll?
That's 20.
God,
God
damn!
Jesus Christ.
I can't roll against that, even if I wanted to. I'm not even
So, his eyes, I'm gonna say, are their natural blue. They have changed from the stalker yellow to a blue color.
silvery blue.
Yeah, silvery blue color. And man's is almost shaking.
Well, my friend, I would love to sit and chat, but what's the point of this conversation?
Oh, nothing. I simply wished to meet the new guests of Sultros and inquire as to what you are all doing here.
Simply looking for passage.
You do this with all your guests?
He looks over at you, Connie. Only the ones that intrigue me.
Love that goal.
I hate
That was
that
a
I
really
can't.
You're
nice
sad
goal.
that he hasn't, like, intrigued me, man. What the fuck?
Dude,
Let
Dude.
it go.
Let it go.
Cleric, don't make me bonk you on the head and send you to horny jail.
I'm
Don't-
not saying
don't make me
this
get
out
this-
loud.
I'm telling you, specifically the player, stop being horny.
I said no horny.
I refuse
Horny on
not
main.
to be horny. This is, listen, this is the evil, attractive bad guys. It's the same thing with crazy women. All right.
Yeah, and that's
Somebody
a
playing
therapy
music?
conversation for another day.
That is.
I agree.
That is a huge therapy conversation.
Yeah.
Dude.
All right.
No. There's a solid difference between a megalomaniacal villain and a crazy lady. At least crazy ladies have tits.
They do.
That's
Okay.
all.
That's not a demon quality.
Hey, there's a big difference between flat and big tit.
All right.
And I'd rather-
Yeah, that's true.
So,
but
anyways, he
Come
looks
back on
over at
top,
you, Connie,
and all
and
are
just
good.
says, "Only the ones that intrigue me."
God, he's creepy.
well,
The
For
audible
Leopold,
right.
sick shit.
Intriguing or
If I
not?
wasn't meant to marry, goddamn,
What are you eating?
I'm eating mac and cheese, motherfucker.
Intriguing or not? That's our purpose. We're seeking to get passage through this city.
Well,
If you let us go,
as far
We'll
as
be free to leave.
As far as I've heard, you need to wait a day for your vehicle to reach around the city.
All right, insight. How does he know?
How do
We
you-
are a group of misfits.
I
It is
understand
a
that
logical guess.
anybody
He's
can walk
walking
through,
out.
yes, but still, the metal vehicle was very specific.
Yeah.
That, and if I
And
may, he is the
Metal
Lord
vehicle.
of
He specifically sought us out instead of other multiple people that could have entered the city.
Anyways, I will
You
just
did cause
straight up.
commotion.
I will straight up just ask him. How do you know about that?
He looks over at you, snaps his finger, and a glass orb shimmers and
Wait, are you
appears
telling
Oh,
me
hey,
that
hey,
right
is the orb?
next to
Orb of
Grimm's
scrying.
head.
He's been scrying on us this entire time.
Oh. Well, I have no
Scrying.
idea what that is.
Scrying on us.
Right.
Scrying
I've
on me.
simply been watching.
You've been spying on us.
Khan's
I
just
get
gonna
it.
face palm at this point.
Not
I'm
us.
gonna, or Leopold is going to gently raise a hand.
He looks over at you, Leopold. But of course, Sir Arcadian.
I don't think he ever told him his last name.
If
Yeah,
I
that's-
may.
Duh. That's creepy.
Private audience.
Sorry, what, Leopold?
If I may, I would request a private audience.
No.
Oh, and here I was just getting to know Connie. He kind of pets Connie's cheek for a second.
I kind of just sit
okay,
stiffly.
okay, that's creepy. All right,
You
that's
see,
creepy.
as immediately as he does that, the shadows grow behind Grim. Now he's starting to get pissed by it.
And Khan's hands are under the table.
Caleric is currently
Advent.
like
Yeah,
holding
Paul
on
is
to
going
his
to-
Hold on, hold on.
indestructible ball, as he's like
Leopold is going
grasping
to,
it tightly.
Okay. There's
Leopold is going to put up a placating hand and be like, "At your convenience, of course."
okay.
Advent.
Grim.
Because you rolled a nat 20, I'll also tell you this. As that happens, as you see him getting angry, two things you notice right away. One, a speckle of green hits the inner part of Grim's eye and starts glowing. And as the shadows grow behind him, you see that the air around him goes cold and you can see his breath a little bit.
Anyways, fellas, let's get to it. If you just let us pass through tomorrow morning, we'll be free to leave, right?
Of course.
I see no issue then. I don't.
And that includes Connie.
That it definitely includes.
I suppose.
Any question this guy wasn't going with you?
We had the intentions of taking you, Connie. What do you expect?
Yeah, I I know. Right.
You all may go when the morning strikes, but you must stay here for the night.
And if we disagree?
Simple. I'll throw you into the arena with the Black Knight.
So, threats.
No, I don't think that was a threat. I think that was a promise.
Yeah, no, this man doesn't deal in threats.
Either or, it's just a term, guys. Seriously. It's like every time I try to say something, I get shot down.
Sorry.
So
really
you
know
can
you
stay here for the night, or you can fight.
Question.
Yes, Ellie.
Why are you looking for me?
I'm looking for your entire family.
Why?
Ellie.
Do not call me Ellie. I haven't been Ellie in a very long time. Drop the bullshit.
You've always been able to see right through me. Always been so eager to know what's going on in my mind.
Your mysticism doesn't answer my question.
I'll tell you. I want to kill you and your entire family.
I kind of visibly back up at that.
Everyone, out.
Yeah, I get up and walk out.
The captain of the guard allows it as he opens the door for you.
Khan will stand up, but then we'll ask, may I ask why you wish to kill the Vordunes?
Ramiel looks at you, Khan, and his demeanor has completely shifted to that of a calm, cold killer.
I'm well familiar.
Hey, yo, you're saying he's rock hard?
Shut! Move on. Just don't even address it.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
You could have.
You
I
can
could've,
stay
yes.
or remove yourself. But it seems the Vordoon wishes to speak with me.
Don't have enough balls to even say my name anymore.
I have the balls, Eldin. But that's not who you are anymore. All of you may move out of this room now. I must speak with him.
Leopold's just gonna bow slightly again.
He looks over at you, Leopold. I will speak with you next.
Also, as I exit, I would like to stealthily deploy my drone.
As I exit, I'm casting invisibility and getting out the castle.
Oh, you're running out the castle?
I'm getting out that castle.
Okay.
No, it's not. I want to look for the wizard. That's been one of my goals in this city. And being trapped in that castle for the night does not go well with my plan.
Okay.
DM, before I turn to leave, a very small shadow will sneak under the table and cling into Grimm's pants.
Hey, yo!
Hey, yo, you're grabbing his pants under the table? What?
Don't grab my pants.
As Sebastian will hide
in my shadow.
in his shadow.
Okay.
And I will take a bow and leave.
Okay.
Con,
One more
Grim
being
shoots
joining
you a
all of
look.
the shadows.
Grim shoots you a look of just like, I guess he just shoots you a look. I don't know what you can
A
take.
reassuring
the look.
look?
Cleric is gonna kind of stand up, and he's gonna just like grab as many metal things as he can, and just like start shoving his face as he leaves.
Just like a buffet.
And he's just, oh, thank you for the food, and he leaves.
Bye. Is everybody gone?
Yes,
No,
everybody's
I'm
left.
just being
Everybody's
quiet.
left the room.
Okay. You see that to the audience, and I guess everyone in this call, you're
I
using
can
your
move us to the
imagination.
one-on-one if you would prefer.
No, I think people would. I think
I
they
would
can
also
stick around.
need to be moved there because I'm listening through
Oh, okay.
Sebastian.
Then I'll.
It doesn't.
Well,
it doesn't
I also
matter.
got my drone up as well, so
Besides, it's-
I
I
would
feel
be
like
able
it'd
to
just be
show.
more. I feel like
Yeah,
it'd
we'll
just
just
be
leave
easier
them
if you
here.
shoot everybody.
Just
Yeah.
leave
Alright,
everyone
that-
here.
I'm fine with that. So, you all see as Grimm's posture changes. He goes from leaning back in his chair, like nervously, to leaning on the table, hands like together, almost like kind of like they're kind of like each point of his fingers are touching, in like that weird like sort of like thinking pose. You know what I mean? And it's just like his demeanor has changed from scared to intense.
Ramiel's has changed from very personable to cold and calculating. As his hands are interlaced as he looks at you.
Been a while. Haven't seen you in a long time.
Not since you killed my sister.
Oh, okay.
What I meant. I've said this 1,000 times. I didn't kill her.
And yet, you were the only one there.
Surprisingly, yes.
All evidence, everything pointed to you. Your gun was the one that shot her.
But it wasn't the one who killed her. And allow me to remind you, she tried to kill me first. So don't come at me as if I am your murderer. If I did kill her, which I didn't, I did it in self-defense. My bullet was the one that killed her. It may have been the one that shot her, but it was not the thing that killed her. I saw it myself.
You remember her feelings for you. You expect me to believe that someone as infatuated with you as she was would kill you or try to kill you. Is that what you would have me believe?
Your sister. I loved your sister. I have made that very clear. I do not know why she tried to kill me. But I don't understand why that is such a hard concept.
You didn't
to grasp.
have to kill her.
I didn't.
Then who did?
And someone else.
Oh my... Ellie, every time.
Don't call me that.
This is
Ellie.
what you do. Every single time.
What I do?
You blame someone else Every time it gets troubling for you, it's someone else's fault.
That's not what I don't. That is not what happened. And it is not what happens to me. You don't know a fucking thing about me, Blackstone.
Don't I? For 13 years, you squandered everything. Everyone who loved you.
Oh, we're gonna talk about squandering now. What happened to Daddy's legacy, huh? What happened to you taking the crown? What about you taking the obsidian seat? Where are you now? Some bumfuck middle of nowhere.
After my sister died, Father banished me. Father accused me of letting her die when it was your hands that were covered in her blood.
Okay, now I'm starting to see the reasons.
See reasons?
Now I see his reasons.
Ramiel
Dude
will
got kicked out.
stand from his chair and walk over towards you, Grim.
I stand. I'm not sitting down and giving him an advantage over me.
I have dreamed 1,000 times of killing you.
And I've killed more men than you will ever will.
You're such a fool, Eldon.
We'll
A
see
full
about that.
2 years before the raising of Beldam ever happened, I knew. Do you want to know how?
I'm completely silent and look down to the ground.
I began building this a full 2 years before you even became what you are. And the reason for that, I have gazed upon the font of knowledge. I have seen so many things. It was your bullet. Your bullet killed her.
No, it wasn't.
That is what the font showed. That is what the font showed me.
You know what the font showed me? It showed me a little bitch. You. Who couldn't handle Daddy's legacy. And as I start getting like into this, you see my eyes go full green. Little bitch who couldn't handle Daddy's legacy and couldn't save his precious little sister from trying to mark me. You think you're tough, Blackstone? Bring it on!
As your eyes turn green, Eldon, you feel this pressure, this darkness emitting from Blackstone. As this darkness surrounds your eyes. I tried to warn you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is this a spell?
Fuck.
Constitution.
Man, you really can't help getting your character into bad situations, can you?
And you guys give me crap for it today.
10 plus 5. 15.
15?
Yeah,
You fail.
of course I do.
Eldon, consciousness slips from you. As you are falling into this darkness, Eldon, what part of your life do you think about?
Am I fucking dead?
What part of your life do you think about?
Fuck me, dude. What part of my life do I think about? I
should say, what part of your life does Mr. E think about?
That's exactly the thought process I was going down, because I was just like, yeah, what part of my life would Mr. E think about? Mr. E remembers the times on a stage, all the times that he was addressing the public, all the times where he was loudly pronouncing himself, and Eldon loudly pronouncing himself and hiding himself under the mask of the superstar. And all the times where he should have gotten the credit for something.
I need you to roll a d20.
Oh, fuck me. D20? Is this just full D20? No...
Full d20, no modifiers.
You gotta be butt-fucking me, dude. God. Fuck! Nat 1.
What's the next part of your life that you think of?
I'm rolling fucking death saves?
I never said that.
I'm getting the idea. Okay, another life that I would think about. Mr. E would think about. Mr. E thinks about all of the times where his dad never saw him. Where all the times his dad missed every major and important event in his life. He remembers always just trying to make something happen and never getting it.
Roll a d20.
These are death saves. I'm gonna fucking strangle you. 13.
What's the next part of your life?
Fuck, dude. He remembers all the times that he and Ramiel, as children, would have play fights and pretend to have and ham up a fight so that the press would get what they needed, so that they could leave him alone, leave them both alone.
Roll one final d20 for me, please.
Alright. You and I are gonna... I'm talking to my dads. You and I are gonna have a fucking discussion, alright? Anything below a 10, and I am feeding you to my dog.
Oh my. Oh my.
Those would be some pretty crappy dice rolls.
17.
Eldon, what exactly happened between you and the Blackstone daughter on the day she died?
Do I need to tell the truth?
Yes.
Or would I... Okay. In truth... So, can I ask why am I saying this?
This isn't... No, this is you remembering.
What really happened? Okay. Would it be crystal clear, or would it... Is this just how I remember it, or is this
how
the
you
truth?
remember it.
I remember one night lying on the couch. I had just come off of a press reel for a new steam pipe system. I was the one cutting the ribbon at the time. It was somewhere in South Geller, somewhere near my house. I remember it had been a long day. I came home. Cynthia was there. We had a drink, and I ended up falling asleep on the couch. The next thing I remember, waking up with a knife to my throat. I pushed the knife off my throat, saw saw Cynthia staring at me with a knife in her hand. She pulled a gun out. I pulled mine out. I shot first, hitting her in the lower left side of her abdomen. She ran and stumbled out. It was quicker than I could possibly comprehend. I shot before I even realized what was happening. After that, she ran and stumbled down the stairs. It took me a minute, looking at my gun, looking at her. I froze for a moment, but chased after her. And by the time I got down those stairs, she was dead. But when I looked, what I saw wasn't my bullet. My bullet couldn't have killed her, not like that. It had barely grazed her, but she was dead. And I remember sorrow, confusion. I can't understand why she did that. And I can't understand why someone I loved so dearly tried to take me out. And I think if I didn't cry, then I kneeled at her side. And I think that's where the memory ends, before calling the Throne's Guard. And
Eldon,
I think that's where it ends.
as your sight comes back to you, you're no longer in the dining hall.
Shit.
Instead, you find yourself in a deep, dank hole.
A dungeon?
Similar. You hear cheering crowds.
I knew it. He was gonna he threatened us with the arena.
Just let it cook.
As you stare out a barred window, you see a large, hulking, dark mass. Shadow seems to be leaking off of it and streaming onto the ground as it holds a person who could barely be 15 within its grasp, as it is slowly squeezing the life from them above a dark maw, as it squeezes the life out of this creature, its blood pouring into the black mass's mouth. It swallows and drops the body within its maw. You are held in the arena brig.
Am I chained?
Yes. Your hands are bound behind you in such a way that you cannot move your hands for somatic components. And you also notice that there's a silence spell on the cage. I will say, those of you who were listening, Cleric, Connie, everything would just go silent after a bit.
I was watching.
I know. Give me a second, I'll get to that.
Okay.
After he said, "I tried to warn you," everything went silent. Connie, as you watched, what Ramiel did was simply snap his fingers, and a dark cloud surrounded Grimm's head, almost like it was suffocating him. And Ramiel just put his hand to Grimm's head as a bright, shining green light emitted from both of them. And as the light dissipated, Grimm was gone.
Is Sebastian still...
Sebastian is left in the room.
Even though he was hanging on Grimm?
He is left in the room. He's trying his best to hide within Ramiel's shadow.
So, is Romeo just in that room alone?
Yeah, he is currently in the dining hall alone, other than Sebastian.
I'm drained.
Oh shit. So I'm gonna leave my drone like just hiding in a corner or something, just not moving. Make sure it's not like in view or anything.
I will say
and I will.
the captain of the guard is looking at all of you with a smile on his face.
What? Why are you looking at us like that?
Oh, no reason. Just that my boss is such an intriguing individual, isn't he?
Yeah, you could say that. Do you have a washroom here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me guide you to it.
Can I smell his blood?
The captain of the guard?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
Make
don't
a perception
like him.
check.
I don't
with
like him
advantage.
at all.
I can't believe that. Whoa.
18.
I'm out. I can't.
Con.
Jesus.
As you smell his blood, he is not human at all. Even though his guise is that of a human, his blood smells electric. Not like an automaton, but it has this...
Almost like the lightning itself.
Yeah.
An element.
A big whiff of ozone.
Big
What the
whiff
fuck?
of ozone.
I'm with you, Cookie. I'm fucking.
Does the air around him feel statically charged?
Yes.
Almost like a being completely comprised of lightning would?
Man, almost.
Something similar to, I don't know, a lightning elemental?
Oh, who knows?
I don't like your vagueness, and it frightens me very.
Oh, you'll find out. That's all I'm
I-
getting from this man.
So
Dude, I have figured
He
out.
wants to scare
Oh
the shit
my-
out of everybody.
I hate this. I hate this. Nope. Nope.
I know.
How do you
so
think
much
I fucking
of that.
feel?
Stupid.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. You kind of did this to yourself,
Well, I didn't.
but
He
well, I
did.
mean, you
Not even
did
kinda.
kind of just egg him
okay.
on.
Well, regardless,
You
let's talk
quite
about this
literally
after.
said-
We're still playing.
You quite
So-
literally said, "Square up, motherfucker," and you were not prepared
was-
for the job.
So,
All right,
No,
look,
but
Connie,
focus
anyways,
back,
back
fellas.
to
Fellas.
the actual thing. That was what I. Okay, so
so Connie,
I'm
he-
trying to
he
figure
leads
out
you
what
to
I
the
want to
washroom.
do going forward.
So Connie, he leads you to the washroom, and it's not too far away.
Okay, and I can go in by myself. He doesn't follow me or anything.
No, he's just standing outside.
To go into the farthest corner, as far away from him as possible, and I'm going to speak into my watch and pull up a feed and say, Eldon. Because if you remember, when I gave him that wristband, no one ever said anything about him taking that off.
Nope, he never took it off.
Never took it off. So I'm going to be speaking through that and see if he responds.
Would I even be able to?
I will say, Grim, as he speaks into it, a strange little pod seems to stretch up your arm and into your ear as you hear Connie's voice.
Well, there's a silence spell, and I
And
can't
you
say
stop
anything,
the
can I?
comments?
So the silence spell is specifically for spells.
I'm
So
sitting
talking
here.
is still possible.
Talking is still
Okay, so-
possible, but you can't cast spells for some reason.
So, okay. DM, how am I feeling in this moment?
How do you feel right now?
Despondent.
Then you are despondent.
The pod comes up to my ears, and I'm just like, I don't know exactly what to say. Dude, this is what you do to people. Do you see how wrong you are? This is what you do to people, man.
Chaos reigns supreme in my thoughts.
Chaos reigns. I talk into the pod. And I say, don't go after Ramiel.
Okay, but where are you?
Some sort of dungeon.
Might have been that
I have no
arena
idea.
thing he was talking about.
Judging by the chains, I'm either going to be the next fighter or the next victim.
Okay, well we'll try to figure something out.
Just don't. I'll find some way out of here, or I don't know. Just. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
I'm trying to
keep
get
trying.
the thing out of my ear, but I can't get it out of my ear. Please just hang up, please. I can't. I'm chained.
Yeah,
can't
I
get it out
end
of my ear.
the
As the communication ends, the pod just slowly slides down and back into the watch.
DM,
Yes.
can I roll a strength check to see if I can at least get off out of these chains?
Roll a strength check.
Okay, I'm not exactly super strong, but anything's worth the effort. Eight plus 1, 9.
You go to try and struggle your way out of the bonds, but it doesn't work. They are very solid metal.
Am I alone in here?
You are, as far as you can tell, completely alone.
I suppose. And if I am alone, and I know Connie can't hear me anymore, everyone else would hear. Well, I suppose now it's time for a change of plans. As I just sort of go limp.
Okay.
And I just sort of look at my shadow, and my shadow looks back at me. What to do now?
You want to do?
Well, I don't want to die. So the only thing that I know how to do is kill him. I look out into the monster again.
The monster seems to be leaping for joy. As you look at it, you notice it has 4 monstrous legs as a lower half leading up to its torso, which have extremely monstrously muscular arms as it raises its fists into the air.
If we can help it. If we can. And I look down at my shadow, and I speak to the beast and say, if at all possible, we should try to avoid making ourselves known. But if we have to, when I give the word, do it.
I will rend its magic, if I must.
You may, must, you just might. That little failure thinks he can get the best of me. I'll show him.
We will show him.
Chaos reigns.
Advent.
Yes.
Was that
You,
good?
my
Did that
friend,
catch up?
are
Bloody
having
fantastic, Finn.
a most lovely walk through the city of Sultras, which is actually fairly intriguing, considering the thunder overhead.
I'm just kind of humming an old Miss Starnes song to myself.
As you're walking around, do you head back to the general store to meet up with Rachiel before you go, or?
Yeah, actually.
Okay. As you reach the general store and open the door, you see Rachiel out of her disguise, bloodied.
Are you okay? What happened?
You look across the room and see 7 dead individuals.
Well.
Not the best time of my life.
Well, I suppose I have some good news.
What could possibly be good in this town?
And I pull out the banjo weapon.
As
found
you pull
this.
it out, she turns to this almost aquamarine color. A mixture of green and blue kind of whirling around her skin as you see some of her wounds begin to close. As she gets up and limps over to you and grabs the banjo.
I thought she might like it.
Holds it close, and tears begin to roll down her cheeks.
Dude, you're not gonna help her, you just hand her a banjo?
That's all the help she needs. She can do the rest herself.
Yo, play yourself some music, you'll get better in no time.
This is her father's banjo.
You're not gonna heal her or get her some help. No, you just hand her a banjo and fuck off.
You guys act like I'm just gonna give her a banjo and walk off. No. Let's back onto it.
She does take the banjo and plays a small tune as you see the wounds on her begin to close a bit faster. As she casts Healing Word on herself.
It's a neat trick you got.
My father taught me a bit. The second king of Sultras.
I kind of figured after seeing him in the palace, he was a royal.
He tried so hard to fix this place. So hard.
Then let's fix it.
She looks at you, puts the banjo on her back, reaches for the hilt on the banjo, twists it to the left, just one simple turn, and unsheaths this beautiful rapier. The hilt seems to have almost thousands of winged people flying across it, leading up to the last one, who seems to be holding the sword, holding the blade itself clasped in its hand as the blade rises upward, straight yet flexible.
Beautiful rapier.
Also my father's.
Well,
He had a few
it's just
fun things he kept, including this. She pulls out this small music box, and as she holds it, she lifts the lid And you see this intricate enchantment in this, well, this empty wooden box. As she closes the lid, she attaches it to the banjo, brings it across her chest once more, and as she plays the banjo, it's loud and seems to echo all around you. But not
During
just...
this, as she's playing the song, Abin's actually, without the sword, it's just going through his motions of like a sword dance.
But it doesn't just have the sound of a banjo. You hear violins. You hear guitars. You hear the stringed instruments of all different types.
She's playing a full-on orchestra.
As it almost looks as if her hand is moving from a violin to a guitar to back to the banjo. Just moving almost like the wind. As she plays this banjo that has many voices.
As she's playing, like during that, from the point she started that song to the point she finished, Abin began to do his, blade song dance.
I'm actually going to roll a performance check for her real quick.
Yeah. Do you need me to roll?
Fucking nat 20.
Let's go. Nat 20.
Let's
Fucking
do it.
play, fucking Led Zeppelin.
Oh, yes. That is amazing. My dad was much better than I was. But I guess that works. What else did you see in the castle?
I'm bad at describing it. We'll just say Admin kind of explained all the stuff that went down in the castle to her to catch her up to what Admin knows.
Did you say a person in a cage with wings?
Yes.
My sister's alive.
That's
She
what I'm. So let's fix this place.
She falls to her knees.
Don't grieve. We have a mission to do, and you're called for it.
What do you need to do?
I want to find the wizard, and I need to get that gauntlet.
You need to find Baron. Then let's go. And Advin, as you and Raziel Tenekar, leave the large general store and proceed down towards the northern side of the city of Sultras. The thunder rolling above you, but perhaps a light of hope, as the divine banjo has once again found a member of the bloodline it was bestowed. As the birds sing, well, not so loudly. And as the shadow stalks, as the Black Knight sits within the arena, howling, hungry for its next victim.
A howl. Just a howl.
The laughter of Mr. E echoing down the chained halls. Connie finishing up in the washroom. Sebastian stuck inside a room with Con on the other side of a door. Cleric unknowing of what to do. We are going to end the episode there.
That was a good way to end it off.
That was
liked it.
both.
Oh,
I
cool.
hate that and I love that.
It was beautiful.
Because I want to play more. Love it because you just yeah.
That was
beautiful.
Much more satisfying ending.
Thank you,
Yes,
ladies and
I
gentlemen,
agree.
so much for joining us for today's episode 40. That's right, we have 40 episodes now, guys. We're 10
Holy
away
shit.
from 50.
God.
Ah,
We're
Ain't
still
that-
in
ain't
the
that
midlife
fucking-
Damn,
crisis.
it's middle-aged. Fuck.
oh,
We bought a Bugatti.
I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining us. And Lemmy, if you would please take us out.
Do I have to? I'm so emotionally drained, but fine. And always remember to stay happy, healthy, horny, husky, hung, and to always remember that the hat works in mysterious ways. I want to die. I want to die.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. We love y'all.
Well, the way you play in your character, you